Hello, everybody, and welcome to week 4, day 3 of the Pro Baseball Experience. It's season 26. I'm going to be your host, Danny B. Alongside me is good friend Leatherneck Mike. Let's say hello.
Hello.
I did make my announcement super late, but I hope you all can stick around. Concluding our first live game, we're going to be showing off some exciting news.
Some fun things.
Fun things will happen. I don't want to spoil anything, so I'll just tease you by saying, it's exciting stuff. I think me and Mike and maybe Enoch and a couple other people are the only people who know about it. I don't even know if the rest of head office knows, so they can lose their
I could
minds
say
in head office.
the whole group of people that know, but then that would absolutely give away what it is.
It would, so we won't.
Or it wouldn't give it away, but it would give away the category of what it is. So
Too
I
good
won't
of
do
a
that.
hint. We can't
Yeah,
have
it'd be
it.
much too good a hint.
Taco knows. I guess that makes sense.
Wait,
I don't know.
how does AJ know?
Some people know, some people don't know. I don't know who knows. I know, and I know you know.
I know. I don't know how AJ knows, unless he's just saying that. No, Soroka. It is not that.
Good guess, though.
Do you have those yet?
I don't. I
Danny?
think Enoch put out the plug at the beginning of the week.
Yeah, I know
think.
he did. Well, because you guys do that, and I just kind of walk on stream and commentate.
Right.
It's
I did. I didn't fill jabs in. I'm sorry.
it's the only thing I have with Enoch now.
Keep very few secrets from jabs, but this is one of them.
Yes, AJ, send me the code. Send me the code name.
We'll announce on stream whether or not AJ actually knows.
Right. So anyway, here's your milestones for today. Milestone watch. Nice put together here. The graphics team and the brand new stats team, led by myself and 209 Tacos. I actually don't know who made the slate, but I know Ben Stack and Paper, Philly fan. A lot of the guys in stats put in a lot of work. I mean, it's not a lot of work, but like consistently night after night checking. I do think it is a good bit of work to keep up this sheet because you have to go through the file and do some data entry stuff night after night. And it's nice to see an idea. Casey Colby's idea, by the way, the milestone launch thing. Scott Poe, 15 from 1250. Have to pay attention to that. Zach Johnson is on the verge of 1,000 hits. You guys runs, I don't know. I hope I remember to track that. Farley Hank, he's an RBI from 500. That's easy. Bonanza's 5 from 200. Bombs. Kuntz is 2 from 150. Hard Long is 5 for 150. And then the K's. Ripspot is going to walk out to the mound and immediately get 1,500 strikeouts. Same with Bill Bisquick, and I don't think it takes Aiden McDougal more than 2 starts. Thank you, Jabs from the Biddy, but we'll tell you in like 20 minutes.
I will say the Demons do have a featured game today. It's on the 6th day. I'm not sure how many off days there are between now and then, but there is a chance that Scott Poe will hit that milestone in a live game, which would be so awesome.
That would be cool, yes.
So we'll hope for
and
that.
And AJ does know.
Excellent. Congratulations, AJ, in your infinite wisdom.
Oh, thank you. 69 biddies. Soroka. Thank you. Very nice number.
So I'm going to transition.
I do apologize as I don't know what this Twitch name from the PBE name, but yeah.
Shout out.
Oh, it's also 2 bombs from 250. Did we miss that?
It wasn't on the thing. Maybe they thought only 1 milestone was good enough.
Oopsie. I praised the milestone duck, and apparently we have an error. Lol. Oh, well.
I wouldn't say it's so much an error as just like a little omission. And, Scott Poe's on there, so it's not like he's totally forgotten. This is where we left off last night. For those of you who were there, we're going to go ahead and get to our featured day, 29th. We're coming to you hot with the best game of the stream right off the top. It's going to be Kansas City Hepcats and Brew City Bears. This is going to be Hang Stewed Wright's live stream debut, so we're excited for that.
Hang Stew.
As you can see, one of the teams has an advantage.
It's the Hip Kids.
It is. I got to pull up our stats here. I don't know if we got fun.
We do not have funds from this one.
So I guess we'll just.
But I can tell you plenty about us. I can tell you that we are currently the hottest team of the minors post the All-Star break. 5 games better than anybody else in the minors are the Kansas City Hepcats. Santana Cruz is probably your MVP winner, even though their leadoff spot already broken the single season minors WAR record. We have 2 sims to go, and hopefully it only gets better from here. Chipper Slokening is right now on pace to break the minors batting average record. We'll see if that holds up, although holding it, is 8 points short. I was looking at the wrong stat line. 8 points short, 0.08 short of breaking the minors batting average record. Hopefully Slokening can do that before they go up to the Providence Crabs or wherever they get traded next. That whole botch trade thing. But the Hepcat lineup real strong up at the top, but to do anything in this game and in the season, they're going to need contributions from the bottom, particularly Dracula, Ortega, and Justice. They've been getting it lately, although they've been getting big contributions from everybody lately, especially that white hot pitching staff. If you go to the index, I think there's 8 Kansas City Hepcat pitchers on the Who's Hot listing. So
I'm going to interrupt you very briefly to say we have a prediction: total home runs over under 1.5. Carry on.
I'm going to say under because we sure as heck don't hit home runs. I don't know if you guys do or not, Danny, but we sure don't. But Lincoln Birdwhistle is going to get the ball for Kansas City in this baseball game. He's 11-4 with a 3.23 and a 126. And the 21-year-old is 1-1 against BCB with a 4.50, so he averages a quality start, at least on the ERA terms. And Danny, I'll let you cover your own side.
Well, I will say we do have 2 players who have career home runs. Each has 1 home run coming from Jimmy Olsen and Scruff McGruff, 1 home run against Lincoln Birdwhistle. The Bears have been doing pretty good. We're holding on to that second wild card seed, which we hope to continue holding on to. As we said, this is Hank Stew's debut live on stream.
Wait, the second seed of what?
Second to last seed of postseason.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, wait, you guys are not P2.
Did I miss the to last part?
Yeah. You said you're the second wild card. I was like, no, you're not.
My bad.
I hate to break it to you.
Paris Riley and Giannis Lux are both cold. They did get off to crazy good starts. I believe both of them were named All-Stars. So it's not super surprising to see the sim kind of giving him the finger a little bit as we get into the second half and it tries to average everybody's numbers out here. And I think with that, we've said enough. Why don't we just take it in? You want to call this one? You want me to take it?
Well, no. I usually don't do this, but this is an insanely special situation. Why don't I take KC up to bat and you take BCB?
Sounds like a plan.
We don't do this, but I mean, it is our teams.
Yeah, we'll make it work. I faith
that
in
we
us.
Run. Well, your team that you run and my team that I run for another week.
There's an off season. All right, I'm going to take us in then. I believe I guess your team is batting first, right? We're home. So.
Yeah, Casey's batting first, and it's Santana Cruz against Hangs 2 to right, and Santana is going to blast that one up the middle, and that's a base hit for Boom. That's why I said blast there. Hangs 2 to right, 7-9, a 104.1 IP, and 75 earned runs for that 6.42 ERA. Slokening flies out. Here's Santana Cruz stealing second base, 56 stolen base of the year. Wipe off the jersey and get ready to run because Rodica Scott has one into right field. This is going to get caught, so nothing doing. And it'll be Andrew Barry. 3-2 to Barry. He's going to walk. Pitch deep on the inside corner, and the catcher just hucks it back. As Vlad Batista, last season's MVP, 0-1 to Batista. That is into center field over the second baseman's head, and it's 1-0 Kansas City. They are getting to Hanks 2 to right early, something they didn't do the last time right faced the Hepcats. And now the righty right faces the righty, Bobby McDonald Jr., and strikes him out, middle away on that knuckle curve.
And Jimmy Olsen will step in as the first batter for Bruce City. They are already down a run, down 2 hits, but will look to make something happen here. That's a grounder from Jimmy. Handled by the first baseman, 3 unassisted. Scruff McGruff now. He's going to take a walk on a full count. That pitch was just inside to Scruff. Here comes W.R. Wolf. He's been hit hot, and that one will find some outfield grass. A little single, playing station-to-station ball now. Runners on first and second for Underrated, who will take a pitch inside. Looks like it was on the black, I guess, kind of at the bottom of the strike zone. And then we'll have a passed ball, so let me break out my fumble bumble. Both runners will move up. Sender Klukas now has a chance with 2 runners in scoring position. He'll hit it on the ground to second, and he's not able to beat that one out. So the Bears do threaten, but they leave 2 on.
And the Hepcats will have 7, 8, and 9 to come up in the second inning already. Count Dracula into right center field. This is back at the track at the wall, not going to be gone. Caught right up against that wall. Here is Ortega. He flies into center for the out. And now here's Harrison Justice. The 0 to Justice. Fly ball, or pop up rather. Shortstop. Got it. And we are going to end your second inning. Hepcats will bat at the top of the order in the third. Steve, Sosa, and Lux coming up for BCB.
Nearly had our first home run of the ball game there. That was our prediction. In case you missed it, Stevie Steve going to place a single into left field. Little line drive action over the infielder. Here comes Sosa to move him, and that's a well-hit ball into right field. It looks like this one will be playable as well, though. So we've had a couple of deep fly balls, but nothing's left the yard yet. Here's Lux, and that will find some outfield grass. It's going to be a single. Bears are having kind of a mirror of last inning, first and second now with 1 out. Here's Paris Riley. It's been hitting cold, and that's going to be softly hit off the bat. They won't turn 2. It'll be a fielder's choice to cut down Lux. Jimmy Olsen now to try and get the Bears' first run on the board, and he will. It's a single into right field. A little 2-out magic from Jimmy Olsen ties up the ball game. Here comes Scruff McGruff, and that one's hit off the end of the bat, skied into center left. The center fielder will make the grab. Left fielder was right there to back him up if needed, and the Bears will score 1 in the bottom of the second.
And that's why I said, Danny, I take the under in that prediction because these aren't exactly teams that beat the crap out of the baseball. They just kind of get singles and chain it together from there. Santana Cruz 2 for 2 on the ball game. A little single into right field. Here is Slokening 2-2 to Chipper. Struck him out. So going down to 371 on the season. Here's Rodicus Scott, the 1-0. But first, Santana Cruz 57 for 67 on the stolen bags this year. 2 in this ball game already. Rodicus Scott's going to move the runner over with a ground out. Here's Andrew Berry. He struck out last time, and Cruz grabs home plate on a wild pitch. So wild pitch from Bird Whistle didn't cost the Hepcats anything, but it cost BCB a run in the tie ball game. Now Barry walks. Sorry, he didn't strike out his first time. He walked his first time. Does the same thing as second. Here's Batista, who's 1 for 1. The 2-2 popped up into right field, caught by Giannis Lux. Wolf, Rated, and Kalukas coming up. 2-1 Hepcats.
We're looking for home runs. Underrated. He'll be batting second as one of the guys to watch. He's a big power threat with the bat as W.R. Wolf strikes out 3 pitches. He checked the swing, and they said he offered. Never want to go down on 3 pitches. Here's Underrated. That one's rolled over on the ground to first, and Sender Klukas in now. He's a speed guy, not likely to hit a home run, but maybe I'll eat my words, and that one's gone. 407 feet. You go to say someone isn't likely to hit a bomb, and what does he do? He hits a bomb. I'll take it. We have a tie ball game here for Stevie Steve to see if Brew City can get their first lead of the ball game. It's been a couple of 2-out magic hits that have kept Brew City in this game as Stevie Steve grounds out to the shortstop. Catchers don't tend to be too quick, and I'll send it over to you.
So it'll be Bobby McDonald Jr., the 0-1 to Bobby, popped to second. That's an out. And here is Count Dracula, the 1-2. Dracula strikes out. Hanks to the right with now 3 Ks in the ball game for Ortega now. The 1-0 to Ortega. He is going to bounce to third on the first quick 1-2-3 inning. So I would say Hanks to the right. I don't know about you, Danny, but he's actually been more put together than Bird Whistle me thinks. Go to you with Sosa, Lux, and Riley, bottom of the order.
He's looked good so far. He's getting a lot of pop-ups, which is kind of what you want to see from him. A lot of infield flies, outfield flies. As Sosa takes a walk and Lux strikes out. Bird Whistle looking to put a pair of Bears away here. Paris Riley skies this one into center field. And now it'll be Jimmy Olsen again. The Bears looking for 2-out magic. But that one will be hit to the second baseman. Quick hands there, get the out. And the Bears leave one stranded.
All right, 9-1-2. Justice, then Cruz, then Slokening. First pitch to Harrison Justice is into right center field. Lux is tracking and got it. Out by the warning track. Here's the 2-2 to Cruz, who's 2 for 2, and now is 2 for 3 with a strikeout. Here's Slokening, who's 0 for 2. First pitch to Chipper Slokening, and that is through the infield. That'll lower the batting average of Slokening overall, but you can't keep him off the base paths for long. Here's the 2-0 to Rodicus Scott, who puts this into right field, and Slokening's going to run around second and grab third for Barry. He's walked twice. Let's see if he make contact with the ball. 2-2. Andrew Barry, left field. This will be an easy grab by Kalukas, the speedy man. 55 stolen bases, so you know he's got outfield wheels as well. 2 runs, 5 hits for each side. We go bottom 5. Halfway through the ballgame, we're tied.
And here's Bears center fielder Scruff McGruff. He put a charge in that one. Left fielder going back on the warning track makes the grab. W.R. Wolf in again. I believe he has one of our RBIs. He'll send this one into center field. Really working those outfielders, and that one looked like it might have the distance, but didn't quite sneak out. And underrated now will ground out to the second baseman. So 1-2-3, go the Bears.
Before we start the 6th out-of-town scoreboard check, State College 9-0 on Anchorage as we look at them in the bottom of the 5th inning. Chicago and the Dillos. KC fans, you're watching that one. You're watching this one, too. They are tied. Louisville, you're also watching that, too, if you're a Hepcat. 6-0 over Kingston. As Vlad Batista gets a hit, he's 2 for 3. You love to see that if you're a Hepcat fan. Bobby McDonald Jr. back up the middle. So he's now hitting 328 on a year. First and second for Count Dracula. That is a little dribbler to short. They can only get the runner at first. Now let's see if the bottom 2 can do something here. 2-1. Ortega back up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. He's 1 for 3 on the day. That's going to score 2 runs. Ortega thinks about going for second, but didn't, even though they threw home. He'll stay at first. It's 4-2 Kansas City in the house that Pancakes built. And that is a bad pitch, wild pitch. I think that was a fastball that got away. Boos Gooser, by the way, now in the ball game to face Harrison Justice. 1-2 struck him out. Gooser's done a lot of that. 104 innings, 144 Ks. And he Ks Santana Cruz as well. So the lefty, Boos Gooser, trying to do the job and hold it down. 4-2 KC.
Reliever of the year watch on Boos Gooser for sure. Here's Sender again. He had that home run, but he'll get under this one. Over this one, I suppose, and ground out to the third baseman. Here's Stevie Steve, Bears catcher. He's going to put that one into center field. And Jacob Sosa now the last hope in the 6th inning for the Bears. He will ground out. So back-to-back 1-2-3 innings. Bird Whistle looked shaky at first, but seems to be finding himself here in the later innings.
Let's see what we can do against Mr. Gooser there, shall we? Here's the 1-0 to Chipper Slokening. This is powered into left center. I think this is in the yard, though. Yeah, it is. A lot of balls carrying today in Milwaukee. Here's the 1-0 to Ronicus Scott. That's hit to short on to first for the out. Now here's Barry. Reached 2 times today, and he strikes out. So Boos Gooser doing Boos Gooser stuff. 1 2/3. Nothing and nothing except for 3 strikeouts. He does have those. Stretch time in Milwaukee.
And it looks like Patio Furniture will come in to replace Bird Whistle. Lux is going to sky one, and we have another ball skied just about to the wall. Here's Paris Riley now. That one's going to be hit on the ground. Bears hoping they don't have 3 back-to-back 1-2-3 innings, but it looks like they will. So 9 in a row go the Bears. Nobody reaching. And the Hepcats are now counting down the outs to a victory.
Counting down to a 29th victory since the All-Star break. Vladimir Batista strikes out to Boos Gooser. I've said that way too many times for my liking. Here's Bobby McDonald Jr. Here's the 1-2 to Bobby. He's going to strike out too. Gotta get the bats off your shoulders, boys. Here's Dracula. The 1-0 from Gooser. And it's Count Dracula. It's the rookie that gets a hit off of Boos Gooser. The veterans can't do it, but the rookie sure can. Look at what happens when you get the bat off your shoulder there. Hit the 92-mile-an-hour slider. Here's the 2-2 to Ortega, and that is absolutely crushed. Over the fence and left. That is gone 6-2, 390 feet. No doubt about it. That is 2 earned runs on the head of Boos Gooser.
And that is the over on the predictions.
And that is very surprising. Here's Harrison Justice, who strikes out. He's 0 for 4. Bad day for him, but an interesting day for Boos Gooser. That's going to bring that ERA up to 2.15.
A lot of work needs to be done here for the Bears, but they are at the right part of the lineup for it. And do we have a 3rd home run in the ballgame? We do. Scruff McGruff goes yard. Took that one 405 feet to get the ballgame within 3 runs. There's no outs. That's the first run I want to say the Bears have put up without having 2 outs. And that'll be it for Patio Furniture. Here comes Big Sexy. He'll strike out W.R. Wolf on 5 pitches. Underrated in now. He'll strike out. So now with 2 outs, it's Sender Klukas. He has a home run on the evening. But he'll hit that one on the ground. Can he beat it out? They'll call that a fumble bumble, an error for the shortstop, Batista. And then we'll have a single for Stevie Steve. Sender going to go first to third. We'll see if that error will lead to an unearned run. As Sosa hits one past the diving second baseman. The ball does some weird things, and now it's going to be second and third in a 4-6 ball game. A single hit here could tie it from Lux. But he'll hit it on the ground to the third baseman, and it won't happen. They do score 2. They're within 2. Here's Kansas City.
Number 1 seed Watch Dillos took the lead on Chicago 2-1, and they still got runners on at the bottom of the 8th. But we are in the top of the 9th, and we have a Santana Cruz strikeout. Here's Chipper Slokening. Slokening only 1 for 4. First pitch to Slokening from Guanacos Amore, and that is a single for Slokening. That brings the BA on the day to 400. That'll bring it up 2-1 to Rodicus Scott, lifted into right field. Not a good day for Rody. He's 1 for 5. Good day for Louisville, though. They're up 14-0. Here's Andrew Barry. Can he reach? 3-1. Bouncer to third, over to first. Not going to do that with the catcher a lot of times. Bottom 9 we go. Will it be Sexy or will it be Turbo? Or maybe it will be Notorious TIG. Let's see who it is.
It's going to be sexy. It's going to be up to Riley, Olsen, and McGruff. Now just Olsen and McGruff to keep the Bears in this game. Here's Big Rig Tig O'Sullivan. And he'll get a strikeout. So 2 outs now for the Bears. They need a pair of runs to send this to extras. 3 to win it. Here's Scruff McGruff now. And he'll strike out. So they'll strike out the side in order to end the ball game. Earn the save for Big Tig. 6-4, 11 hits to 8. It was a competitive ball game, but the Bears never actually took a lead in this one. And they do end up with the loss.
I dare say that was really interesting that Sexy got the first batter, but not any of the rest of them. And I don't think his pitch count was that high. Santana Cruz, 2 hits on 5 tries. Ortega, 4 RBIs on 2 hits. A really, really good day for Ortega here. Santana Cruz also had 2 stolen bases. I want to point that out. But I think Ortega is going to be your player of the game, right? I think everybody's would be kind of in agreement on that one. Yeah, pretty much. Bird whistle, 6 innings, 2 earned. Then Furniture, Sexy, and O'Sullivan to finish it off. Danny, you got any Bears you want to highlight?
We got, some smattering of home runs here. If maybe we had hit in a couple of those that weren't solo shots, you feel like this game could have been ours for the taking. A solo shot for
smattering. I love that word.
Olsen and McGruff. We just needed to get, some hits in some bigger spots. We left a couple guys on with 2 outs. Had a couple of 2 RBI situations that came up dry. Like to see a decent start from Hang Stu in his on-stream debut.
Sorry. Hello, Dom. How are you? Just saw you show up in the chat and say hi. What's up, Dom?
What do you think?
All right, I think we're ready to go through the box scores.
Finish the box scores and then do our big announcement?
Yeah, let's just get day one all buttoned down here. When's the Detroit game?
It's like the 6th day of the stream.
So it would technically be me, you, me. Okay, so I'll take these box scores then. Lemurs 15-0 over the Mounties. The Mounties got 12 hits and no runs.
Oof.
I complain about when the Hepcats do like 9 hits and 2 runs. That's bad. That's very inefficient. Oh, wow. 3 hits for Babe Bufflin. He doesn't score at all. Same thing with Ferenic. Unbelievable. Louisville, Forrest Gump, 5 RBIs. Everybody got a hit except for poor Miles Burrow, but even he managed to get an RBI and a sacrifice fly, something like that. Sac fly. And no, not for Burrow. Then what the heck did he do? Must have grounded out and got in a run or something. And he also did walk, so even not a bad day for Burrow. Houlihan, 3 hits, 2 RBIs. Good days from that lineup.
I do want to point out, you said 12 hits. It's 12 singles.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. There was no extra base hits whatsoever.
For Kingston. So that'll lead to no runs, I guess. I mean, if you got 12 hits scattered throughout a ball game and they are all singles, that's rough.
Sheesh.
And someone caught stealing as well. That doesn't help. I'll let you take the pitching now.
Kagamine, 3 1/3, 5 earned. Crimps, 5 2/3, no earned. Those are your starters. Loser Kagamine, winner Crimps. Forrest Gump, your player of the game. All right, California and Dallas. California, oh my God, a 10-run 7th. Yeesh. 14-1 is your final. California, 52-43 now on the season. 4 hits for Barker, 3 hits for Ignacio Encarnacion. Dom, I know you're there. 3 RBIs for Encarnacion and for Barker. For Dallas, the only guys that did much of anything was the middle of the order. Riddle, McGee, 1 hit, 1 RBI, 1 walk. Let's take a look at the pitching, see who gave up all the runs. So it was Donk, 5 1/3, and then 2 earned. And then Williams came in and blew the save in the 6th inning. Okay, that makes no sense. 2/3 of an inning and 2 earned. Oh, and then Mune came in and got mutilated. 2/3 of an inning, 7 earned. Jazz Smaxon, 6 1/3, 1 earned. McThorne body the hole. James Barker, your player of the game for Cali.
A 41 pitch inning, a 38 pitch inning. That'll lead to some struggles.
And that'll do it. And that did it. This comeback did not happen for the Wheelers. I noticed it was 9-0 pretty early on, and then the Wheelies brought it back to 9-8. I was like, that might get interesting. Nah, it didn't. Luka Dordovic's 2 bombs really helped. Oh, hello, Luka Dordovic. That's an 8 RBI game. That's probably some kind of record for the team, if not the league. Funny man, 4 hits, 4 RBIs, but I think we know who your player of the game is and your player of the week. Let's go down to the pitching. That's only the regular season. Does it not track league records, chat? Shouldn't it?
It does. So I guess that's not a league
Somebody
record.
has more than 8 in a regular season game? Really? And that wasn't even a tie either.
Or extra
he hit
innings.
me strikeout 5 1/3, 3 earned. Well, no, like not even tied the record. French 2 1/3, 6 earned. Bullpen was a little better until you get to the Alaskan Assassin. Luka Dordovic, record set for the SCSS. Swift Steeds, RBIs in a game with 8, and he is your player of the game and your player of the week, I'd imagine. Last one, Chicago and the Dillos, and a good piece of news for my Hepcats. We are now in sole possession and not needing tiebreakers of first place in the minors because Chicago loses. They lose 3-1 on 3 runs in the 8th inning. Somebody in the bullpen got into trouble. Anchovy had 2 hits, only RBI keeper Crozier McCoy. The Dillos had Shapiro with a pair of hits. Burb, the batter, had 2 RBIs on a single, it looks like. Mikey Moe appears to have driven in. Or, no, he didn't drive in anything, just set the table with a double. And let's go down, and we see that Huff threw 7 strong innings, no earned runs on 4 hits. Mrazek 2 innings to shut it down. Inker Bell 6 1/3, no earned. So if you can't look at Inker Bell, you can look at Pickle Pocket, 1 inning, 3 earned, and Freddie Huff, your player of the game. All right, and the majors, New Orleans and Maui. Maui stops their winning streak. It's 11-7 your final for the Rue Gavru, and it's Richie Bonanza, 4 hits and 4 RBIs. Really good day for Richie Bonanza. Any home runs in there? 2 of them for Richie Bonanza. So he is now. Where is it? I have the graphic somewhere. There it is. Bonanza now 3 from 200, though that was 195 and 196 on the season. Bonanza etches ever closer there. Jay Kane, 2 hits and 3 RBIs for the Maui side. That's your standout batter. Let's go down to the pitching. Hiro Nakamura, 1 2/3, 6 earned, got absolutely blown up, but so did Michael Knightrider, 3 innings, 7 earned. Luke Wright, Mandy DeFerrari, Jose 43, James Pleasance, that bullpen had to hold things down. Richie Bonanza, your player of the game. Knightrider having a terrible rookie season, unfortunate. Detroit Demons beat the Providence Crabs, so the Crabs drift out of the playoffs ever still. Detroit 55-40 on a year. Now they win 8-4 here, stacking paper with an RBI. He was the only guy at the top 4 to get one of those. It was the bottom of the order that did it. Yes, Danny at 226. Things are all right in the world. Hard and Long, 2 hits, 3 RBIs. He had 2 home runs as well. I think, weren't we chasing his home runs, or were we chasing his runs?
Scott
Yes, we were
Poe.
chasing his home runs. We were chasing Hard and Long's home runs, and he's now 3 away from 150 in his career. Scott Poe had 2 hits, so now he is, if my math's right, it's 10 away. 13 away. 13 away from 1,500. Kid Carsey, 6 innings, 4 earned. Dasani Voss, 6 1/3, 4 earned. Not a bad start from either guy. With Peter Ginsburg blows it. Hard and Long, your player of the game. Indy wins 7-2 over Buffalo, 58-37. So Detroit does not go a game further back. They stay right where they are. Zach Mouse, 2 hits, 2 RBIs for the Apex. That's your standout batter there. Wendell Meredith, 2 hits and 2 RBIs for Buffalo. Let's go down to the pitching. See what Dogwood Maple did in his start. 6 innings, 1 earned. That's a rock solid start. Corcoran is now 0-11, 3 1/3 of 5 earned. Dogwood Maple is your player of the game. Shout out you, Dogwood. New York and Nashville. This goes to 14, and New York walks it off on an RJ Menard walk-off single versus DJ Law. So it looks like Nashville was stripped of that bullpen about completely. 7 at-bats for most of this lineup. Thomas Rose, actually, the guy I kind of want to highlight here. 3 walks in 7 at-bats. That's some good seeing at a baseball there, even though he struck out 3 times. Cade Munson, 2 hits, 3 RBIs in this marathon for New York. RJ Menard, 4 hits in the most important RBI. Rusty Kuntz, 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and 3 walks. That's a really good day from that man right there. Let's go down to the pitching. Kuramochi, Baxter, Raulo, Sanchez, Law, they all came out of the bullpen for Nashville. Kuramochi, 5 1/3, 5 earned as the start. Tokayami, 6 innings, 4 earned. The Crocodile, Horse, Bader, and McFlorida Man came out for New York. In this one, Cletus McFlorida Man's your winner. Rusty Kuntz is your player of the game. DJ Law, by the way, your loser. OBX, the Aviators, beat up on the Serpents 7-4 as Seattle's down season continues. Look at that. The record's almost a mirror image. Tells you how good OBX has been. And what an unfortunate year it's been for Seattle. 3 hits from John Dowd in 3 appearances. 1 walk, so it's 3 hits, 1 walk in 4 appearances at the plate, but 3 official at-bats. Outer Banks, Latoris, 3 hits, 1 RBI. Drockenberg, 2 hits, 3 RBI. Danny Sullivan, 3 1/3, 5 earned. Bob Beaumont, 8 1/3, 4 earned. He gets your win. Farron Caden finishes it off. Mike Latoris, your player of the game. Higgins and Straight Gas Homie finished it off for Seattle. Homie was clean. That's a good thing. Here's the Toros against the Vandals, and Cancun is going to upend Vancouver. So this is a very interesting result. Let's see what happens with San Antonio. But this is an interesting result here. Toby McMuffin, 2 hits in 4 tries for Vancouver, 2 RBIs from Jackie Daytona. Cancun saw Rogers, LaFleur, and Witt each have 2 hits in order right in the middle of that lineup. Part of their success in this one. Let's go down to the pitching. Brass Lemon, 5 2/3, 3 earned. Amelia Takahashi, 5 2/3, 4 earned. Troy Pressing, good stop out of the bullpen. 3 innings, 1 earned for him. But they got the loss. Ernie Witt got player of the game. And also shout out Ernie Witt, the new co-GM of the Hepcats at the end of the season when I go away. DVS beats Boise. So now that's a close race for draft positioning here. 3-2 is your final score. 3 hits from Stretch McGibbon. Your one to highlight for DVS. Boise has only 3 hits spread throughout this lineup. So DVS scored 3 runs. Boise only got 3 hits. Those come from Sabor, Beecham, and Terry. Daly, 7 innings, 10 hits, but only 3 earned. So overall, good day for Chank. Stephanie Morgan, 6 innings and 1 earned, 7-9 on the year now. Stephanie Morgan, your player of the game at Hammond Park. And hey, San Antonio, they beat Sarasota. So now San Antonio will get a game ahead of Vancouver, and Sarasota will slip to a tie with the Demons, 3 games back of Indy. Hakuna Matata, Christy Abbott, 2 hits for each of them for the Sloths. 3 RBIs from Jared Gofford on a 6th inning home run off of Austin Bentley. Troy Dominic, 2 hits. Carlos Crashwagon, 2 hits. Let's look at your pitching. Bentley, 5 1/3, 6 earned. Greer, 5 1/3, 4 earned. Rodriguez and Bolt, your winner and saver. Red Arrow, your player of the game. And Danny, I don't envy whoever does playoff Saturday stream-wise because, oh, man, that is going to be a long day.
It's going to be a lot of, what is it, Champions East.
Well, and I mean, really, you're going to have to watch that Vancouver Sarasota race a little bit, or Vancouver San Antonio. Well, actually, not nearly as close as I thought. I thought that said San Antonio had 55, but they only have 50, so never mind. They very much did not overtake the Vandals. I'm sure when I click back, chat will have yelled at me for that.
They did.
I thought that said San Antonio had 55 wins, not 50. That's my bad. I can't read.
All right, we got 3 days of quick sims.
So why don't AJ definitely yelled at me.
Why don't we just not do the announcement and keep quick simming? Does that sound like fun, chat?
No, let's do the announcement.
I'm here. I'm just kidding. Yes, we will do the announcement. So the announcement...
Hey, did he give you anything?
Just the image. He didn't give me like a speech or anything.
Oh, he didn't give you... Oh.
Nope.
Well, if you would have told me that, I would have gotten something.
That would have been good. I didn't think about it. I got it kind of late last night. Not super late, but I was busy. But, you know.
All right, so...
Not much needs to be said.
Yeah, not much needs to be said other than Musha and Jimbo, well, and Unconfident. The Kingston Mounties have an announcement. Drum roll, please. Can you hear the drum roll?
Yep. Here it is. The Kingston Mounties are rebranding to the Miami Beach Flamingos. Got a little sample for you there. The new logo up on the stream. Pink team is right. Bird. We got some PogChamps. Yep, they're going to be flamingos. They're going to be birds. Do we have other birds? I guess we have the Firehawks. So they're joining another team of birds in the minors.
Yes, Moosey, you do have to make a flamingo. Oh, no. How on earth do you make flamingo hype?
I don't envy Moosey.
How do you do that?
Super cursed.
Because it's legs. What do you do? I know, but the hype is the hands going up, but the flamingo doesn't have that. But it also has appendages, unlike a guitar. Although then again, you made Nashville hype, which is really cool. But anyway, this is not about Moosey. This is about a very fun Miami Beach Flamingos rebranded logo. We'll see. We'll see about the pink team. I am usually not behind pink teams, but I'm really excited to what they can come up with over there in Miami Beach.
Yeah, I love the pink branding. I love the logo they got. All Bets on James did tell me that he would have a bigger media piece coming out at some point after the stream. I'm not sure if he meant like today after the stream or in the future after the stream.
Well, by his reaction...
Oh,
yeah, I was gonna say by his see he told me he was going to put out the media when we said it on the stream.
Oh,
so I was like, I don't see Jimbo in the stream. Where's Jimbo? So I knew something you didn't.
Well, you know,
Oopsie.
Flying by the seat of our pants here.
But congratulations.
There you go. So it's going to be going up today. It's going to have other logo ideas. It's going to have jersey ideas and, you know, all that fun stuff. Going up in a big media post. They will be switching over.
Yes, congratulations, Kingston. A new era they are starting in Miami. Now the question is, how do you move all? Do you have to bring all that through customs? And does the pandemic affect that?
Well, I think in the PBE, the pandemic is like 14 years in the rearview.
How cool are the flamingos going to
years.
be? Very good, cool, or awesome? I say awesome.
I was going to say, is this a prediction?
And no, this is not for points.
Got it. We're voting.
All right.
This is for
democracy. Sorry, Jimbo. You should have said that.
The team is leaving Canada, and now we have democratic polls.
Well, wait a minute. Canada is also a democracy.
Nope. We have the monopoly on democracy. If it's not American, it's not democratic.
Okay. But Miami Beach, they will be led in their first season by Musha and Unconfident as their general managers.
There you have it. So with that exciting bit of news out of the way, why don't we get back into some PBE things?
Hippity hoppity.
Hippity
Your
hoppity.
pink jerseys are my property.
Let's talk about the Slothities and the Toro. Anyway, the Toros will take the win here at home against the Sloths. I believe that's back-to-back wins for the Toros. Was I paying attention? Or no, this is a new series, but I think it is still back-to-back wins. They're going to win this one 6-5. Going down San Antonio's line, 3 hits for former Demon Knox. For Cancun, it's 5 RBIs from Steve Rogers. That's all of the RBIs. Nope, never mind. Almost all the RBIs. He equaled San Antonio's run total on his own with his bat. On to the pitching. Rose got the start, gave up 5, and was pulled in 4. Benson started for Cancun, gave up 4 over 5 and 2/3 of an inning, a blown save for Wheatfall, but the win for Kiwi Mace, it'll be Trent Bolt Jr. getting the loss in relief. Steve Rogers is going to be player of the game for those 5 RBIs. If you can hear my dog charging up and down the hallway, let me know. I'll go close my door. Otherwise, I will carry on. The Surge are going to take the win here against the Rougarous. 2-1, low scoring affair. We got Doggo here, so just enjoy this box score for about 2 seconds. I apologize for that. Where were we? Buffalo. Nothing too exciting going on in Buffalo. Maybe a hit and a walk and a run for Tintin Meredith. On the New Orleans side of things,
breaking news: Gustav Beauregard didn't get a hit today. The world is ending, the sky is falling, and Eldorian is going to get yelled at.
I'm going to highlight J.R. Cook with my time. He went 1 for 3 with an RBI and a run and a walk and a strikeout. I only wish he had left someone on base to complete the series of ones. Pitching wise, Kyle Bellinger Jr. got the start for Buffalo, 5.1 innings. He gave up 1. Mazeroski started for New Orleans, 7.2. He gave up 1 earned, 2 total, and a save for McKinnon. Mazeroski, despite getting the loss, is going to be our player of the game.
Hey, Winston is not as good a broadcaster as me. Winston may be a good dog, but does not have the broadcasting chops I do.
For Joe Burrow, this might be a little loud. If it is, I apologize. Hello, Winston. You're a good boy. I think actually Ruth Heater Ginsburg just took him out for a walk, so he might not have heard that. They disappeared somewhere. Voyagers and Supernovas. The Supernovas are going to win this one 9-0. All the runs in this game came in the 6th or later. You don't really expect 9 runs starting in the 6th inning, but they made it work. For New York, there's, again, not much to talk about. We've had some quiet offenses of the day, on the day, rather. For Sarasota, we'll look at 3 RBIs on 1 hit from Crashwagon. Looks like a 3-run homer for him. A couple hits for Red Arrow, pretty good too. On to the pitching. It's going to be Flowers giving up 5 over just over 5. For Sarasota, Frank Uriquides Garcia. It's Frank, right? Frederick Uriquides Garcia. Going 8 shutdown innings, only allowing 5 hits, striking out 6 and 112 pitches. That's a great start. Perhaps the start of the season for Garcia. Build the hill clean in relief, and of course Garcia will get the player of the game for that start. You are welcome, Joe. Next, it's going to be the Aviators and the Demons. So the Demons shut down a juggernaut at home in 14 innings. I know the Detroit faithful were still rocking the house around midnight, I imagine, is when that game probably finally ended. And it looks like it'll be nickels and dimes. It's going to be a run walked in. He drew a walk to drive 1 in. Maybe Dinkle hit a double that set that up. For Outer Banks, we had 3 hits for Dub City, 3 for 5. 3 for 6 for Bergen Cannon with 2 RBIs. On the Detroit side of things, I'm going to talk about Joe Burrow. We were just mentioning his name, and he comes up big in the stream. 3 for 6 with 3 RBIs, 2 runs himself, 2 strikeouts, only left 4 on base. It's a good evening for Joe Burrow. Pitching-wise, it was all hands on deck for both teams. That'll happen in 14 innings. Funk started. He gave up 2 over 5.2. Blown save for Ben Caden and a loss for Unitas. For Detroit, it's Tim Galvin. He went 5, gave up 3. And then striker Spin Rate getting the final out of the ball game. He'll earn a win on a 13-pitch walk and out. Joe Burrow is the player of the game, and Drakenberg sets the OBX regular season extra inning game record for base on balls with 4 walks. It's not a bad evening for Drakenberg.
No, it is not. Okay, wait. I want to talk about something real quick. So I'll do this box score because I have a point to make. 5-2, your win for the Apex.
I just wanted to look at Poe's hits. He got none. Okay. Excuse me.
Yes, he didn't get any. It's okay.
Still 13 away.
Apex, 5-2 win. Zach Mouse hit an RBI. RBI spat throughout the lineup. Tsunami, Rotowash with a mustache, and Jody Quinn had one. Vancouver, 2 hits from Herb Sessions, 2 hits from Sam Andrews. 5 total. That's 4 out of the 5 from 2 players. Pat Rogers, your loss. 5 innings, 4 earned. 3 innings, no earned. Indianapolis has Dion get his 10th win on the season. 6 innings, 1 earned. Shinkisin, Uni Takamdan, McDank, and Bolanos finish it out. Dion is your player of the game. Here's the thing I wanted to point out. So I have heard in my baseball circles, I don't think I've heard it here, or at least I don't remember it here, but in my personal baseball circles, I think everybody at this point knows the opinion that the win stat is flawed. We've come to realize this. Now, the thing that I have heard is that the win stat should be basically replaced by, or at least in evaluating a pitcher, by like games you win when that pitcher plays, or in the starter's case, when that starter starts, which is an even worse stat than wins, because it has absolutely nothing to do with anything. And I do want to point out that Indy is now 13-1 the last 14 starts for Dion, which shows just how crap that idea of a stat is.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yes, the QS stat is the one that should replace it. Yes, but no.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the idea of it's how about the games that your team wins when you pitch, irregardless of what you did? No, that is such a stupid stat. No, Indy's 13-1 in the last 14 times that I have pitched, and I have like 2 quality starts in that whole time.
Hey, this is a quality start right here.
Yeah, this was the second quality start in that stretch.
Nice.
So, no, I'm not gloating. I am just pointing out my baseball vindication.
But you could say the same thing about saves, right? Like Bolanos got through 3 pitches, got 1 out, and earned the save for it. Why not give that to Beaver, who went 1.2 and gave up nothing? Like I think the better reliever. I don't think you can argue that.
Versus the saves argument is very interesting too.
But I mean, saves are much better regarded than wins.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my baseball. That's my baseball statistics issue for the day.
And a worthy cause at that. We'll now talk about the Raptors and the Stars. The Raptors going to win this one 12-1. Scoring a lot of multi-run innings here. They also had 2 errors, but they clearly hit their way through that issue. For the Raptors, 4 RBIs for Beauchamp. He went 2 for 4. For Nashville, we'll look at the 2 hits of Rose, or maybe the RBI of Crunk. Is that a bomb from Crunk? Yep, a 0-on, 0-out bomb for Crunk, his 11th on the season. Pitching-wise, Jackson Wooler goes 7, gives up 1 earned. Speaking of quality starts, Bisquick clean in relief. Miller will give up 6 over 4.2, and the rest of their bullpen does their best, but outside of Sig Ripper and Rolo, they all have a little bit of trouble. Beauchamp is our player of the game. Or is that Beecham? Is that how you say that?
Also, we're now 13 games away from the casino paying out $900 million.
Indeed. The Sea Serpents 1 hit the Makos. They put up 3 runs over 5 hits themselves. Another low-scoring affair here. Hunt's Catsup will be the only one worth talking about on the Maui batting lineup. Worst batting average on the team? No, not quite, but he does come up with the only hit tonight. For Seattle, 3 RBIs, 2 hits for Melo, who single-handedly out-hit Maui. And drove in more than half the runs in the game. For Maui, it's going to be Nico Baldelli getting the loss, 3 earned over 6.1. Greg Maddux Jr. started for Seattle, 7.1, 0 earned. There's another quality start on the evening. And DeMarco picks up the save. He'll get the win for that quality start. Our last Majors box score of the day. The Crabs are going to pick up a win here after losing to Detroit yesterday, 2-0. A run in the 3rd and the run in the 4th proved to be all that they
and a one-hitter. This was a really good day.
Oh, yeah. There's a couple of one-hitters here. 3 for 5 day for Krustis on Providence, and 3 for 3 for Lemon. How about that, with a RBI and a walk? Death Valley, that lone hit coming from Farley Hank, the right fielder. Another guy with one of the lower batting averages on the team, coming up with the lone hit. Wow, it was a complete game. 1 hit, 1 walk, 5 strikeout performance for Evans. Oh, that must have been tragic. So close, but so far.
By the way, Hard and Long had a bomb, 2 away from 150.
Okay, yeah, appreciate you keeping an eye on that for me. Sims gets the loss, 10 and 11 on this season now, 2 earned over 5. And the bullpen was clean. Rich Evans will be our player of the game.
Shoot, actually, you need to go back and check OBX because I think it's either today or tomorrow is Rip Spot. No, okay, today isn't Rip Spot. It must be tomorrow.
Okay. So that'll wrap up the majors. We'll drop down, see if there's any games. There are Dynamos and Firehawks. I just realized we didn't autoplay these. The Firehawks will pick up the win 8-4. 11 hits to 10, 3 errors. So a lot of teams with multi-error games not being punished for them. We'll look at either of these two. I guess the 2 for 4 with a run, an RBI, and a walk of McGee for California. We'll look at the 2 for 4 with 2 runs and 6 RBIs from Rem Beverwinkle. Hitting .307. He's been a monster this season. Redacted will take the loss. 5 innings, gave up 5. For California, Thompson gets the win. 5.1. He gave up 3, 2 earned. And Rem Beverwinkle will be our player of the game. Worth noting that there was a rain delay in the 7th. Hepcats and Bears. Bears not able to steal a win away here from the Hepcats. They'll lose 4-2. Not managing a lead in this game either. Hurts my soul just a tad. For KC, we'll look at McDonald's, 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. For Bruce City, why don't we talk about, I guess, W.R. Wolf with the hit, the RBI, and the walk. Pitching-wise, Schultz started for Kansas, 6 innings, 2 earned. Namie McNamerson started for Bruce City, 5 innings, 2 earned. Quality start for Schultz. Clean bullpen for the most part, with the exception of Jet for Bruce City, and a save for Turbo. So you saved him yesterday, and he went out and saved for you today with that 1.5 ERA. Finn Schultz, player of the game. Kingpins and Dillos. Sorry, I was catching up on the chat there. 2 runs for the Kingpins, 4 for the Dillos. On to the batting. It's going to be 2 for 4 for Ham. For the Dillos, we have 2 RBIs coming off of Shapiro. The T-Rex, 7 innings, 2 earned runs. That's a quality start. The loss will go in relief to Rogers Jr. Belle Delphine, also with a quality start, 7.1, gives up 2, and a save for Bremen. First on the season. Nice little 1-out, 2-pitch save. Mitch, the T-Rex, player of the game. Lemurs will take the win at home here against the Mounties, 7-5. Looks like they scored all their runs early, and the Mounties made a good showing of it in the later innings, but not quite able to come away with the win. A couple of multi-hit days. Maybe we'll talk about the 3 RBIs of Fartinghouse as Kingston stand-up batters, and the 3 RBIs of O'Sullivan coming off of 2 hits for Louisville. Pitching-wise, Crenshaw gets the loss, 1.2 innings pitched, pulled after given 6 earned. For Louisville, Junkball goes 4.1, gives up 3. The win will go to Fujisaki in relief, and a save for Roxas. The 5th on the season, a 2-inning save. Lump O'Sullivan will be our player of the game. And that brings us to the last game of today, State College versus the Wheelers. State College winning this one in extras. Looks like it doesn't say where the RBI came from in the 10th. But we'll highlight Dordevik's 2 hits or the 2 RBIs of Eshelman. For Anchorage, we'll look at the 2 hits and RBI from Jimenez. Pitching-wise, Sideaway started for State College, gave up 1 and was pulled after 3.1. Didn't throw too many pitches either. That's must have a really, really short hook. 22 will get the win in relief, and Stelling will pick up a save. Glizzy Master, 5 innings, 2 earned. No decision. Alaska Assassin with the loss. Glizzy Master will be the player of the game for being the only starter to qualify.
I've got a very interesting stat for you, Danny.
I'm here for it.
So the Kansas City Hepcats have now hit 60 wins. This will make it the 3rd straight season the team has hit 60 wins. That is tied for the longest active and longest all-time streak of a minors team getting 60 or more wins. That is California. So California can make it 4 years in a row if they can get to 60 this year. But if they don't, their streak will break, and KC will have the longest active streak of 60 wins. So I thought that was very interesting. Only 2 teams have put 3 seasons straight together, and they're both the current iterations of Cali and KC.
And since we're taking a quick second anyway, I'm just going to go through these pennant chases quickly. They're showing the Hepcats and the Firehawks as a 100% playoff percentage, Brew City at 92%, and the Dillos at 23.4%. In the West. In the East, it's going to be the Kingpins and the Lemurs at 100%, and the Mounties at 79.3%. Those are the teams they figure have a shot. They also list State College at a low 5.1%, and the Wheelers are technically not out of it yet. I believe the Washington Nationals were at a 0.1% win percentage in 2019 when they were 19-31, and they managed to come away with a World Series win. So it ain't over till it's over.
Yeah, shoot, it would be 4 in a row if you do it, though. There's a chance you don't. That's why I said, because we're both at 3 right now. That's why I said that. You tried to tell me off in the chat. No, I had it right. I know what I'm doing.
And for the PBE, they're calling the Aviators and the Voyagers locks for the postseason at 100%. In the Legends East, in the Legends West, they're going to call the Vandals a lock and the Sloths a very, very likely at 93.3%. In the East, things are a little more up in the air. It looks like the Apex, Supernovas, and Demons are the favorites. The Apex at 99.5%, the Novas at 87.5%, and the Demons at 93.8%. The Nashville Stars are, I guess, have slipped a couple of games and are down below 20% playoff percentage. In the Champions West, they're going to give it to the Rougarous and say the Scorpions have no chance. That is our pennant chase. I'm going to go ahead and
say there, who is asking for that? I think it was 19 AJB, I think is Julio Ruiz was asking for that. So there you go.
There you go. Ask and you shall receive. Me and Mike like to give the people what they want. Let me update my notepad here. We did KC versus BCB. We did Quick Sim All, and we're going to do again Quick Sim All.
Let's do it again. We start with Windsor versus Robert, and the Sloths come out on top. They win 8-1. They deal with the Toros. 3 RBIs from Acuna Matata. Jared Gofford had 3 hits from the bottom of the order. Cancun Wallaby Hickams had a pair of hits. Nolan Windsor, 7 hits, 1 earned. I haven't done that in like 2 seasons. I haven't called Moosey Luis Robert in like 2 years, and I just did it. Leo Robert, 3 innings, 5 earned. Player of the game is Nolan Windsor. I'm sorry, Moosey. I haven't done that in like 2 seasons. What are you doing?
He said he specifically wanted to see the Crabs, and we didn't really go over them because they weren't really in the hunt, according to the sim. Oh. They are at 48 and 49.
No, absolutely in the hunt. They're 3 back.
Oh, I wonder why they weren't. Did we just miss them?
No, because you didn't go down to what? 6%?
Yeah, they're giving them a 6.2%. I wonder how it's taking strength of schedule into things, given the Voyagers the lock, the Sloths a very likely, and the Crabs.
Especially since the next series is... Okay, that's interesting. Anyway.
Oops, where are we? Scores. We want scores.
Scores. We are on Buffalo and New Orleans, and we're on the Rougarous beating the Surge. 11-1 is your final here. Gustav Beauregard. Hey, there's Beauregard. 3 hits and 4 RBIs. Eldorian no longer screwed up the MVP season. 2 hits, 3 RBIs for Paulo DiStefano Jr. Buffalo, 6 hits as a team, 4 coming from Spock and Danny Gonzalez. Bizario's Balkan, 3 2/3, 5 earned. Aiden McDougall. He got 7 strikeouts in this one, 7 2/3, 1 earned, and the W, which means I think he needed 5. Yes, he did. So Aiden McDougall, congratulations on 1,000 career strikeouts, sir.
I should have done balloons. You can have a home run. That's what I got.
Yay!
Congratulations. I can't remember if you said it or not. Beauregard, player of the game.
And the Supernovas beat the Voyagers 2-0. Only 3 guys got a hit for New York. Sarasota didn't need much either. Junie Panda, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Or Regnaleb 8 innings, 2 earned, pitched the whole game, got the loss. Tarkleton, 8 innings, no earned, only 2 hits. Then Leon came in, locked it down. Tarkleton, your player of the game. Really low scoring.
Quality starts for everyone.
And you get a quality start. And you get a quality start. Everybody gets a quality start. And everybody gets to see a Detroit Demon win. 2-1 the win. Another one where we only have 3 hits. They all come from a different batter. 6 guys had no hits for Outer Banks. It was only City, Riverboat, and Swift. Detroit only got 6 hits, though. And 4 of those came from the combination of Danny B and Haywood Dinkle.
Swifties brothers for life. I will say, too, that's back-to-back games where Poe has no hits. He's still 13 away from his milestone.
Walker, hey, there's 8 innings, 2 runs, but and a loss. 8 innings, 2 earned, and another loss. Seavart and Cato back to back.
Another
Molly
pair
Mitchell,
of quality
9
starts.
9 innings, 1 earned. Molly Mitchell, your player of the game. A pair of CGs back to back.
How about that?
Indy wins again. The Apex are on fire. 5-2, your final, same as yesterday. 60 wins now for Indy. Dustin Parmley, 2 hits, 3 RBIs for somebody. It's for Gurin. Gurin hits the baseball. Vancouver, only 3 hits. This is the 3rd losing team in a row to only have 3 hits. Alex Johnson, 5 1/3, 4 earned. Doug Danley, 7 innings, 2 earned. Bolanos, back-to-back saves on back-to-back days. Doug Dangley, your player of the game. Troy Pressing, 5 innings this sim, no earned runs. So just notice that down there. What's next? Boise upsetting that. What is going on with the Stars?
They're on a skid.
The Stars have lost 7 in a row. They are now, it's 57, 58, 60. They are 6 games back of Indy, 3 games back of Detroit. This is not looking good for Nashville. Although Brandon Fry is starting to figure it out. 3 hits, 4 RBIs. I'm sure that upper management hoped that he and Buswell could get figured out before now. 3 for 5 from Jason Buswell. Boise, though, just lit him up. 3 RBIs from Pluto. Multi-hit games from 5 out of 9 hitters. Petra Sabor, 4 hits. Andrew Lucas, 6 innings, 4 earned. Lucky El Charles, 6 2/3, 4 earned. But both Gripper, 1 2/3, 2 earned. Kendrick Baxter, 2 earned as well. Maddie Paul, your win. Petra Sabor, your player of the game at the Gibson's downstage. This is just the worst time to go on a 6-game skid. I mean, there's never a great time, but this is never when you want to do it. 1-0 win. Maui over Seattle. They shut him out. You know what? Maui has really picked it up in the last about month of this season. I think they're the number 3 pick now. Because I believe Cancun's is like 28 or 29. They're at 30 now on the year. They win 1-0. They get 3 hits, but this time they win. Stein, Dawson, and Nakia have those 3. Seattle got a hit from all but 2. All but Bunty and Colvin. Harry Ball, 6 innings, 1 earned. Good start. Just didn't get the win. Gonzalez, 6 innings, no earned. A clean sheet from Maui. Todd Gonzalez, your player of the game. And Providence is going to go to 48 and 49, 3-2. Your final here against, they beat Herbie Farnworth. Death Valley, 40 and 57. 3 hits. What is it with 3 hits today?
It's the unlucky number.
This is like the 4th game where we've had 8 hits for the winner and 3 hits for the loser. This is very weird. And it's again from 3 different players, Jacob Edwards and Hodge. Maybe this happens more often than I think. Julio Ruiz, 2 hits. Cladera, 2 hits. Krustis with 3 hits and a walk. Daring, 6 1/3, 2 earned. Herbie Farnworth, 7 innings, 3 earned. Murley, 2 2/3, no earned. 2.01 ERA for Park out of the bullpen. Player of the game is Bobby Daring. So strange. Nothing in the minors. Nothing in the majors. But we have a minors game. And 1, 2, 4. No. Yeah, day 4, so this is you.
Alrighty, it's going to be Chicago versus the State College Swifties.
And you do have statistics for this, by the way.
Excellent.
Sweet home.
Let me pull those up for y'all.
I will serenade you while He pulls that up.
Oh, I should really pull this up ahead of time because simming Discord is a hot, hot mess.
I disagree with that. It's not as bad as it was.
There's just a lot, you know?
Yes, there is a ton.
Where is it? Milestone Docs. Stat info for streamers. I found it on the first try. No delay. I was ready for you guys. I still am. Chicago vs. State College feature game. Chicago leads the East Division by 3 games entering the Sim. They started hot this season and have kind of gotten cold. 21-18 since July 1st. We do have a prediction, so I interrupt your broadcasting to inform you that we're asking you what you think the total number of stolen bases will be, over or under 1.5. I'm going to make my prediction, and I'm going to get back to some stats. Sacks Justice is an MVP candidate. The Chicago infielder is batting .307 at the beginning of the Sim and is tied for league lead in stolen bases, 3rd in WAR, and playing a Gold Glove level of defense. Brewstar Lemonade, he prefers to pitch on the road this season, where he has a 3.46 ERA and a 6.3 record. He is winless at home with an ERA over 1 point higher, so he's glad to be headed into State College for this one. Now, State College is looking for some wins as they begin today's Sim 5 games back of the final wild card, and you saw their playoff odds in the single-digit percentiles. They've struggled in August, going 10 for 12. I'm going to assume it says 10 for 112, but that doesn't seem right. They've won 9 of their last 13 games and will need to carry that momentum to make a postseason run. Jimmy Blamo and Will Love of State College lead the offense. The Swifties 1 and 2 hitter have combined for 32 home runs, 29 doubles, 97 RBIs, and a batting average of .315 entering today's Sim. That is very good. And PP Sylvia is coming off their best 2 starts of the season. He allowed 0 earned runs and only 5 hits in their last 11 and 2/3 innings with 11 punchies. And I want to thank Ben Stacking Paper for these stats. Ben Stacking Paper is a Demons legend and our stat boy for the day. Without further ado, here we go. It's going to be Jimmy Blamo leading things off for us. We are keeping an eye on stolen bases, I want to remind everybody. As, did I say Blamo was leading it off? I'm backwards. Sacks Justice leading it off, and he will lead it off with a single. Like a 2-1 count, and the State College defense will turn a double play. Don't see those too often in the minors, and that was well turned. It'll erase the runner and turn this into a 1-2-3 inning. So you never want to see your starter start the game off with a hit, and that's just what Sylvia did, but the defense bailed him out. Here is Jimmy Blamo, as promised. Going to be a grounder to the shortstop for an out. Will Love it now batting .323. He'll strike out as well, so Lemonade has the answer for the 1-2 punch. But couldn't put down this dude, who will lace one into left field for a single. Now here's Dordevic. Gonna sky one back to the mound, and the shortstop will call off the pitcher and make the grab, retiring the hot-hitting Dordevic. Here comes Trevor Duncan. He's got 10 home runs in the season. He's going to ground this one to third base. Strong arm there gets the out. Here's Radiance Ham, who's been cold. It'll be a 3 unassisted ground out. And now Hulkenvettel, the center fielder, will go one center fielder to the other. No, the right fielder makes the grab instead in center right. And Kamish LeBlond will stride in, State College's second baseman. I used to be State College's second baseman, and I'm very familiar with the punch-out. He will strike out. Here's Eckelman taking a walk. It's going to be a full count walk. 1 out. Obermuller now. Another little pop-up on the infield for State College, and here's Zach Johnson. 2 out magic. Maybe? No, he takes the easy out at second, goes the short way to retire the side and take us into the 3rd inning. Here's Anachovy. Skying one into right. It'll be the second baseman, I think that was, making the grab there. Applegate with a grounder. Hit softly, but could not beat it out. Here's Gray, who will send one over the leaping third baseman into the left field corner, rounding first, headed for second. He'll slide in. Safe is the call. A double for Gray, and a runner in scoring position now for Sax Justice, who led off the game with a single, but will ground out here to the shortstop. So, first time through the order, Chicago has 2 hits, no runs. For State College, it's up to Sportillo to complete the first time around. Sportillo, and it'll be a single over the leaping shortstop. It was a center cut pitch. He did not miss it. So an identical line score the first time through the order, 2 hits, 0 runs. Blamo will sky out to deep right field, and Will Love is in now. He'll go the opposite way with it, and that's gone. I thought he was going to make a play there, but just over the left fielder's head, it's going to be our first 2 runs of the ballgame on a 2-run jack by Will Love, 359 feet. That's a 14-game hitting streak for Love. So Love is playing some hot baseball. I don't know where the fire symbol is, but it should be right there. As this dude skies one into left field. Dordevic now, he's got the fire symbol, and he's going to prove it with a single. 2 outs now for LeBlond. A little swinging bunt action, and I think they'll call that an infield hit. You can be the judge. I think maybe it was an error, but I'll listen to the scorer for now. Eckelman will end the 2-out rally, leaving 2 stranded. Pop out into right field. I don't think we've had any stolen bases yet. Maybe someone paying more attention than me can say for sure, as McCoy laces one into right field. This could be a double. He'll try it, sliding in. Safe is the call. A double for McCoy, 1 out. Full count double. Took a pitch at the bottom of the zone and drove it to right field. Base open, they'll walk Duncan to set up the double play. Here's Radiance Ham, knowing he's cold. They like that matchup, and they do get the out. And then Hulkenvettel strikes out. So the walk doesn't come back to hurt him, neither does the double. And it will be Obermuller skying one into right field. Johnson now, State College's left fielder. He'll go down looking at a pitch. And Sportello skying one into center. Center fielder has a good read on it, plenty of time, makes the grab. It's still 2-0 here through 4 innings. Here comes Anchovy. Hit to the third baseman. I was waiting to see if they would make a play. They call that an infield single as well. We've had some questionable error single plays, little bobbled balls that have led to infield singles as Applegate takes a walk and Gray is in now. Pop up on the infield. First baseman takes it. Sax Justice, that's going to fall. Could mean a run. No, they held up to see if it would be caught. So instead we'll have the bases loaded with 1 out for 317 hitting Hudson Lane, who will skyward into right field. Should be good for an RBI. We'll see if he tags up. He does. And Anchovy beats the ball in. So Chicago has their first run on the board. And a runner in scoring position here for McCoy, who will strike out, leaving 2 runners stranded at first and second. They do score 1. And we head over to Jimmy Blamo, led off for State College, leading off the inning. And that's a well-hit ball into left field, and it's gone. 422 feet. That's Jimmy Blamo's 14th home run on the season. They gave up a run, and they got it right back. Will Love going to step in now. He'll strike out. He had the other home run in the game. Here is this dude. My name's James, letting us know that the media did go live. You can go check out the other Miami Beach Flamingos branding, as that's a stunning play in center field, a diving catch, and that will be the end of it. They'll bring in Lucky Luciano to relieve for the Kingpins as LeBlanc leaves one stranded. Look around the league. The Wheelers are beating Dallas 4-1 as Duncan hits a single. Brew City losing to the Lemurs 0-2 in the late innings. California on top 5-2, as we'll have a double now for Radiance Ham. Maybe they'll get rid of the cold symbol for them. Does not. Here's Hulkenvettel with 2 runners in scoring position. Wow, so riding dirty in trouble here. Bases loaded, no outs. It's going to be hard to come out of this one without giving something up, but he gets the punchy. Double play could end the inning here. No, we'll get another strikeout. So from bases loaded, no outs, to 2 outs, bases loaded. That one skied into center field, and Riding Dirty works his way out of danger with back-to-back strikeouts and then a flyout. You just wish that flyout had come earlier if you're a Chicago fan. could have potentially been a sac fly. Instead, it ends the inning. When your team is down in the late innings, here comes Eshelman. Obermuller now. I don't believe I said the Dillos beating Kansas City 3-0 for our last little box score. And here's Johnson with 2 outs on the ground to the shortstop. It'll be a ground out. So we're into the 7th inning now. Justice going to lead it off on the ground to the shortstop. Where have we seen that before? Hudson Lane hitting it to the third baseman. And again, McCoy hitting it to the third baseman. So a couple of unassisted outs for Jimmy Blamo. He'll bat second in this inning. First, it's Sportello. He's going to lead things off with a single. Blamo a chance to move the runner along. Second baseman able to grab that one. A shallow pop fly. And a line out for Will Love. Sportello able to get back to first safely. 2-out magic is starting. This dude hits a single. The runner does make it first to third. And Dordevic now with a chance to drive and run will come up big. A single into left. So now we have a runner in scoring position for LeBlond, who's going to sky one into left field. This should end the inning. Runner's going, and it is caught. So State College widens their lead by another run. I still don't think I've seen any stolen bases in this one, as Duncan steps in and hits one into the right field corner. Should be good for extra bases. It's a strong throw, though, but it was taken by the cutoff man. So it'll be a stand-up double. Here's Radiance Ham. Going to take a walk. So some trouble here for Duke Singh, as Hulkenvettel's going to hit a single. We'll see if they test that arm. With no outs, they don't. Although last time they had no outs and the bases loaded, they weren't able to come up with it. That'll be a line drive on the infield. If you're a Kingpin fan, you don't like what you're seeing, but you like that. Applegate works a full count walk, doesn't get too big, takes the pitch, drives in a run on the run walked in. Here's Atlas Gray. That one's hit into left field, but the left fielder hasn't played well. It could be good for a run. They'll test it, and Radiance Ham is in there safe. So from 4-1, it's now 4-3. There's 2 outs and still a runner in scoring position. We could tie the game up right here, and it looks like we will. That's a single. Oh, but the throw beat him. They cut him down at home with a strong throw from the right fielder. That's this dude with a throw on the money. The catcher applies the tag, and the lead is intact for State College. What demon did the Kingpins piss off to have that result? Eckelman now taking a walk, and it'll be a back-to-back walk as Obermuller reaches on 4 pitches. That'll be it. Now it's going to be Derek Rogers Jr., but the walk train will continue. What happened in Louisville? It went from 1-2 or 0-2 to 1-10 as Sportello strikes out on the full count. Blamo now on the ground, and they'll get the force at home. No double play, so the base is still juiced for Will Love, the hottest hitter on State College. He'll sky it into left, and they will leave the bases stranded. So the last chance for Chicago, it's going to be Lane, McCoy, and Duncan. They need 1 run to tie the game, 2 to take the lead. And the first batter will sky one into right field. Here's McCoy. Grounder to the catcher, so 2 quick outs here for Scott Stelling. Can Duncan reach? That's going to be a base hit. It'll be a single, maybe more. He'll stay at first. Radiance Ham just looking to get on base anyway, and he will. He'll have a little blooper, and they'll go first to third. Kind of a close play there, and there's not a huge difference between third and second with 2 outs, but a full count for Hulkenvettel on the ground to the shortstop. And so close, but so far the tying run will be stranded at third, and the ball game will end. 4-3, State College.
I don't understand what's going on. So the Chicago Kingpins had 38 wins coming out or going out of the All-Star break. I think they were 39. They were 39-18. They are now 500 post All-Star break. They were 20 games over when we hit the break. They are now 500 since.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know what happened. They just were riding high, and then, I mean, there's really no explanation we can come up with. And I believe there were 0 stolen bases in that game, so it's going to be the unders winning some channel points here. We had a couple of 3-hit days. Justice and Duncan, you saw it. Will Love with the hit and 2 RBIs, staying hot. Lemonade started, didn't make it through 5 innings. Sylvia did make it through 5, just gave up the 1. And a save for Stelling. Sylvia's going to be our player of the game. As we leave the game and we check out what else happened around the league. The Wheelers and the Dynamos. The Wheelers taking the win on the road 4-2, 9 hits apiece. Kripo Kriskov, the catcher for Anchorage, 2 for 4, 2 RBIs. For Dallas, we'll pick somebody with an easier name. McLaughlin, like Sarah McLaughlin, the sad dog lady.
You screwed it up. Good
2
job.
for 4 with an RBI. Hey, I made a smooth recovery. Okay, smooth.
Smooth as glass on your chair.
Quality start for Taylor. 7 innings pitched, gave up 1. A save for Shigeno. I was gonna say, I don't know. I got the.
Well, do they
sound
need
in
to
there.
shave? I mean, do they have full facial hair? We don't know.
We don't. We don't have any Yankees teams in the PBE. Everyone's allowed to have a beard. A loss for Belcher. Brian Taylor, player of the game, and former Bear defense was ejected in the 7th inning for arguing a strike call. Cook came in to
That's
replace
former
him in second.
Hepcat defense to you.
Former Bear, former Hepcat, current Dynamo.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? 8th inning, 8 runs given up. That's going to be a tough break for some of the Bears relievers. We'll talk about what went right first. 3 for 4 for Stevie Steve. That's good to see. For Louisville, we'll look at 3 for 5 with 4 RBIs of Ramirez that come off a home run. Nope, just good hitting from Ramirez. Pitching, Goozer did give up 3 in 1.2 innings. Got 2 punchies, but yeah, that's not what you like to see. A quality start for Havoc and still gets dealt the loss. Velasquez's start was even better. 6.2 gave up 1. And it looks like Warren Peace and Economides combined for 5 runs and 0 outs. Although it was 2-1 at that point anyway, so the Bears did not have much hope anyway. Ruben Ramirez, player of the game.
Jabs, I love you, but I want the screaming matches about the awards to be just as fun for all of them before I leave.
We saw the Kingpins and the Swift Steeds, so we'll look at the Firehawks and the Mounties. Firehawks winning this one 7-2, 12 hits to 11. For California, we're looking at a 3 for 5 day for Encarnacion with an RBI. For Kingston, we're going to look at 3 for 3 of Kyle Bryant. An RBI and a walk to go with that 3 for 3. Silliams started for California, gets the win, 2 earned over 6 innings. Todoroki, the loss for Kingston, 7 earned over 7 innings. You don't see someone give up 7 earned runs and go 7 innings, but Todoroki managed it. Encarnacion is our player of the game. And Dillos Hepcats. The Dillos will take a win from the Hepcats 3-1. They scored.
I was watching this on the out of town because it's the Hepcats and I do that thing. Mm-hmm. Casey had the bases loaded in the bottom of the 9th with 2 away, got a run, but couldn't do anything else.
Yeah, that's going to be a rough one to watch for the home team. Shapiro going 4 for 4 with an RBI. Big reason why the Kansas City Hepcats lost, if I had to guess. Batista did have that 1 RBI for you. Daw-Egg started 6.1 clean innings and a save for Itchy Nose for Kansas City. Smoltz gets the loss, 3 earned over 7. Lucas Shapiro is our player of the game. No majors.
I don't know what the head-to-head is, but I think Chicago might have also lost the bye.
Where is my notepad? There is my notepad. We have another minor league game to bring you today. It's going to be this one. Versus the Firehawks and the soon-to-be Flamingos. This one's all you, Mike.
The Firehawks and the Mounties for not very much longer. And since the playoffs is coming, and I really doubt Kingston's going to make it, and they're not anymore in this one, and I really doubt they're going to get a playoff push, what could be the final time you ever see the Kingston Mounties on a stream? I think we have stats for this. No, we don't. That is tomorrow's. We have stats for Danny's game. So I can go through this one. California clearly has the advantage in this game. Kingston is a very young team. They are going to be much better next year. You are not going to be able to, or not able to, but you really shouldn't be watching this team this year with this year in mind. You should be watching them with next season in mind if you're a Mountie fan or really anybody else that follows the league. No, you will not have Anita Fardinghouse anymore, but still, you have a good core around. Now the question is, did they trade too many picks to supplement it? So Kingston's still young. They haven't had a horrible season by any means, and they've been playing reasonably well as of late, as you do when you in the minors when you have a bunch of dudes that are very young. California, meanwhile, is coming down to what is probably the end of their dominance, certainly the end of an era with the new management soon coming to California. And here's your lineup for the Firehawks. Bad and Bougie, Ignacio Encarnacion, James Barker, Brent Thornathan, Remember Winkle, whatever, Jose Sloth Seco, Anton Grimes Jr., Sawyer Stern, Rennie Rodriguez, and Bingo Lulingo. There's your 1 through 9 for California. 1 through 9 for Kingston is Stan Duck, Bark Bark, Wolf Ruff, Anita Farninghouse, Babe Bufflin, Jiv Anthony Brizzo. Congratulations on the co-GM job, sir. Yup Yuppers, Mazzaros Ferenic, Kyle Bryant, Rob Cena Jr. So that's the Kingston lineup that opposes Robert Grimes. He's 8-8 on the year with a 3.89 ERA, and he has been good. He is 2-0 versus the Mounties with a 1.35 ERA against them. So that tells you that they are not seeing the ball out of his hands well, and he is pitching them very well. That's why you can assume that is somewhere in the neighborhood of probably like 6 innings, 1 earned. It is about what that equates to. The last time that these two faced off, this is Chicago and Kingston, or rather the last time Grimes faced Kingston, 6-2 was the victory in favor of California, and he threw 5 2/3 and 2 earned. So Grimes has been a key. To beat Kingston this year, he's beat them twice. Ren Kagamine is your starter for Kingston. 9-12 on the season, a 4.14 ERA, a 1.39 WHIP. 0-2 versus California with a a 6.7 ERA, 6.75 ERA. Now, if I quickly go here to Kingston, Papa Ren Kagamine, I can tell you that the last time faced California was 5 1/3 and 3 earned in that 6-2 loss. So these two pitchers and the last faced off on July 28th. California won that matchup. Let's see, Danny, if they will win this one or if Kingston will take it back. So here we go. Kagamine against Bad and Bougie. And Kagamine starts off hitting Bad and Bougie. So 1 pitch, 1 plunk batter. 10th time Bougie has been hit. Here is Bad and Bougie stealing second base before Encarnacion can even swing. Here's the 1-2 to Encarnacion. Hit into left field. Fly out. Some runner on second for Barker. 1-2 to James Barker. That is off into the corner. That is going to be a double for James Barker and a run for California. It is 1-0. Now here comes Rembever Winkle. The 1-1 to Rembev. That is dribbled back to the mound. Going to be an out at first base. Jose Sloth Seco. This is lifted into center and caught. And that is going to do it for your first. California gets a run. It's Dupp, Wolf Ruff, and Fardinghouse. Stand up. 0-2 from Robert Grimes. That is not a single, stolen by Rennie Rodriguez. We get to see him bat in the top of the next inning. He steals a hit from stand up. Wolf Ruff strikes out, and here's the 1-0 to Fardinghouse. And Robert Grimes has a clean inning. 91 Ks in 142 innings for him. He gets 1 in this inning, keeping pace. Top of the second, we go. Kagamine strikes out Anton Grimes Jr. Kagamine, a slightly lower strikeout rate than Grimes. but still, a reasonable strikeout pitcher for this level. This is a double from Sawyer Stern. He really thought about a triple, but then saw where the ball was and raced back and had to dive in. This is a single up the middle by Renny Rodriguez, and that is a run for California. It's 2-0. Here's Bingo Lulingo, the 1-2. That is bouncer to second, on to short, on to first. 5-4-3 double play. Or 4-6-3, I'm sorry. 5 is third base. 4-6-3 double play. 2-0 though. Here is Bufflin, who strikes out to Grimes. Now here is Brizza. Giovanni Brizzo, the 1-2. That is a single over the head of the third baseman, Antoine Grimes. And that's a base knock that'll bring Yepers to the plate. Danny, are you still around? No, he is not. I was going to ask him if Yuppers is his rookie of the year, because I think Yupp is mine. I'm not entirely sure yet. I haven't looked at the whole league, but Yuppers has had a great season. Ferenik, though, has not. And he grounds out to lower his BA yet again. Top of the third we go. It's batted Bougie, who strikes out on the inside corner. Here's Encarnacion. 3-2. Ignacio is going to bloop this one to short. That's a nice easy grab. Barely even had to move. The 1-0 to Barker is into center field. So no double this time. James Barker flies out. 2-0 California. Early out of town check. Glenn Davies has now gone 17 innings without giving up a run. Casey's up 1-0 there. Dallas 1-0 over Anchorage, and Louisville 2-0 over BCB. The Bears are on a hard slide. State College is beating Chicago again. If they lose that one, they'd be under 500 since the All-Star break. Rob Cena Jr. flew out here, stand up. And Stan is going to stand up and get on to first base. So now that's 2 hits in the game for Kingston. Pitch out. Do they get Dup? No. 52 stolen bases for him. So the 2-2 to Wolf Ruff. Struck him out. There goes Bark. So Kingston gets a guy into scoring position. They just can't do anything with him. It's 2-0. Here's Kagamine, Brenathan, Rembeverwinkle. Rembeva gone. You're not going to remember that one. 30th bomb of the season for Rembeverwinkle. 433 feet to right center field. It is 3-0. Salaseco goes to right field and flies out. Here's the 2-2 to Anton Grimes Jr. Struck him out. Here's Sawyer Stern. 3-2 to Stern. That's a strikeout. Strike 3 calls the umpire. That one was on the inside third, lower half, and Kagamine gave up a bomb but gets to 4th K of the day. And this is going to be a double from Anita Fartinghouse, and I know it because the first baseman ran towards second. Person, man, or Enoch, if you're watching, I pointed this out to you the other day. In 21, if the first baseman runs towards second before the ball is delivered, it's a double into center field, and that's what that was there. This is a Babe Bufflin fly out to right that advances the runner. This is a Giovanni Rizzo fly into center. Will Rodriguez get it in? That's a no. It's 3-1. Here is Yuppers. That is a base hit, helping the Rookie of the Year candidacy. Here's the 2-1 to Ferenik. Bounced in front of the catcher, and that'll end the inning. It's 3-1 California. Let's go top 5. Here is Kagamine to Renny Rodriguez. Rodriguez flies out. Here's Lulingo. No, it is Lulingo. That is Lee Lungo for a second. Lulingo gets on first with a single to right. Here's Badan Bougie. 3-2. Bougie strikes out second time. Has gone down to Kagamine. Here's Encarnacion, the 0-0. That is down, and it is a poor throw to second. So Lulingo is on second base. But Encarnacion will fly out, and we'll get an end to the 5th halfway through the game. 3-1. Cali over Kingston. 5 hits for Cali, 4 hits for Kingston, and Kyle Bryant's going to get a double here off the right field wall. Actually, it's going to be a triple because of a really slow play out there on right. And now it's Cena Dupp and Wolf Ruff. Can they get him to score? He will score on a Rob Cena Jr. RBI ground out. So it's 3-2 here for stand up, the 0-1. Dupp to third, to first. That is the edges connecting there. That is Grimes and Encarnacion, and Bark Bark Wolf Ruff will head out into left field and fly away. Sixth we go. Kagamine still in the ball game. Ooh, and that's a bad one. That's not going to be an error. There's a poor play out there by Brian at third, not showing off the range. We get a stolen base from Barker, his 38th of the year. Here's the 3-1-2 Rembev, who homered his last time up and now grounds out. But there's a runner at first for Sloth Seiko, who puts this into left field. Let's see if the throw from Dupp is there. Yep, gets to the cutoff man quick enough. So here's the first pitch to Anton Grimes. Grimes is going to ground out. So we're going to leave the top of the sixth without a run scored there, despite the runner on third with one away. Farninghouse grounds to second base. Here's Bufflin. The 1-2 to Bufflin. And is back up the middle for a base hit. Kingston can grab some hits, but they can't grab a lot of them together. Probably going to need something to leave the yard. Javanthony Brizzo hits this to center on a line. Here's Yuppers. Yup, left field. Caught easily. Let's go to the seventh. Scoreboard update. KC over the Dillos 4-0. Dallas over Anchorage 3-0 there. There's a base hit from Stern. 2-1 Louisville over BCB with the dreaded 8th inning coming.
It's a mirror match of last night.
And Chicago and SCSS 4-3. And we come back to the action. And Renny Rodriguez gets robbed in left field by Stand Up. Lulingo is at the plate. That's Stern that's safe with his 21st stolen base. It is Lulingo that gets robbed of a hit and maybe even an RBI at third by Brian, who has a pair of putouts there. Stretch time in Kingston. Here is Ferenic. This is into center field. Tracking it is Rodriguez, who's got it. And here's Bryant, the 2-1 to Kyle. Bouncer second on to first. That's it there, and here's Cena. 3-0, Rob Cena Jr. going to walk on down. He's on first for stand-up. Who's 1 for 3, and that is a really bad doodle arm throw from the catcher there. Rob Cena's going to steal the base. 3-2, stand-up, center field. It's caught at the wall. Let's go to the 8th. So Grimes still in the ball game now. He's completed 7. Kagamine completed 7 and is going to start pitching here in the 8th. And gets a fly out from Encarnacion. Here's Barker, the 2-0. James Barker grounds out to first base. Here's Rembeverwinkle.
2-2 in for those last two.
Oh, a bowler in. Thank you. I wasn't looking in the bottom right corner. So did you say last 2 outs?
Yeah.
All right, so that is Kagamine's day done. That is going to be 7 1/3. 3 earned runs for Kagamine. Latavius Jackson is in the ball game. A very nice welcome to the game from Lou Lingo. And then immediately Jackson plugs Fartinghouse. Grimes, 7 complete, 2 earned. By the way, that's his stat line. Bufflin into left field. That's a fly out. BCD's tied it in the 9th there, Danny. Maybe not quite. Maybe not quite the same inning. Anthony Brizzo just gave California the lead in this one. Bottom of the 8th, Anthony Brizzo, second hit of the day, 3rd RBI of the 4 Kingston has. It is 4-3. Bomb the right from Anthony Brizzo, and Yuppers strikes out. So Latavius Jackson gives up a bomb. Let's see if California can all of a sudden get something off of whatever arm Kingston's going to bring in to suddenly save a game. It's going to be Royd Walrus, and Jose Sloth Seiko is going to tie it.
There goes the save.
I was about to say, it's. I think it's quite interesting when all of a sudden you're expecting to do one situation going into an inning, then you get a home run, then immediately an out, because you can't possibly have the right reliever ready for that situation, and they didn't have the right one ready here. At least that could be the reason Sloth Seiko hit a bomb. Maybe Walrus wasn't warm. So it's 4-4 now for Sawyer Stern to get a single into right field. Here's Renny Rodriguez. 3-0. Renny's going to walk. 2 on. Royd's still in the ball game. Oh, and what the? I can't really tell if Yup was going to pull and throw to third and dropped it, or what exactly happened there, but I do know that Bingo Lulingo walks. Here's Bougie. The 1-2 to Baden Bougie. That's a single, and that's going to give California the lead. It is now 6-4, a big 3-run 9th, and a bad day for Royd Walrus. Here's Encarnacion, double steal on, and safe is Lulingo and Bougie. The 1-0. This is smacked towards second. Oh, and Wolf Ruff knocks it down. But Encarnacion safe. It's 7-4. California's got 4 in a ninth. Now there goes Encarnacion. Finally out. Somebody throws out a base runner in his game. Sheesh Louise. Barker's going to ground out, and Kingston needs a miracle. Well, I guess it wouldn't be a miracle, but with, it's going to be hard.
Save situation.
Save situation for Latavius Jackson, who gave up 2, so I think it's really interesting that Jackson is still out there. Immediately gives up a double to Ferenic, and I would think this has to be it. Gonna leave Jackson out there for Bryant. The 1-2. Bouncer to second, on to first base. 1 away. Here's Rob Cena, the 1-0. That's a base hit. It is not going to make it 7-5. It's first and third. Now that has to be it for Jackson. No, the 2-0 to stand up. This is into right field. Will they send the runner? Nope. Send 2 away. Maybe Jackson can pull this off after all. The 1-2 to Bark Wolf Ruff.
Oh.
And what a catch in center to win the ball game. Rodriguez again flashing the leather. And it's a 7-4 win for California. You saw this one. Sawyer Stern get 3 hits in this one, had a real good day. Bad and Bougie reached on getting plunked and had 2 RBIs. Anthony Brizzo had a bomb and the only other one of the only other RBIs in the ballgame that wasn't on his 2-run home run in the 8th. Grimes, 7 innings, 2 earned. Jackson, well, he tried to blow it, but he didn't, despite his best efforts. 2 innings, 2 earned. Kagamine, 7 1/3, 3 earned. It was Ward Brawlers that got into trouble in the 9th. Third of an inning, 4 earned. Grimes, your player of the game. Kingpins pick up a win. Rafael de Alcott continues to be utterly ridiculous. Although this start was somewhat human. Duncan, 1 hit and 2 RBIs for Chicago State College, 2 hits for Blamo and Esselman. Esselman had 3 RBIs and a home run off of Rafael de Alcott. Is there another candidate for Cy Young other than a dude who's got an ERA under 2? 5 1/3, 3 earned. He hate me, strike out 4 2/3, 3 earned. Esselman, your player of the game. Glenn Allen mixing 24 saves. I wonder if he has the career minor save record yet.
Gotta be close, if not already clinched.
Glenn Davies has been utterly ridiculous. I'll get to that in a minute. It is just frankly absurd. 4-0 Hepcats get another win here. They are now at 61 on the season. 3 hits for Ortega. Want to highlight him at the bottom. Only 3 hits. That comes from Shapiro, Akamoto, and McGee. 5 innings, 4 earned. LGM, 2 2/3, and 3 earned. Firehawk, third of an inning, nothing. All right, Glenn Davies threw 7 innings in this one and didn't give up an earned run. And that means that Glenn Davies has now officially gone 3 straight starts without giving up a run. Glenn Davies gave up a run in his last inning against the Chicago Kingpins on the 18th of August. He has not given up a run since. He's thrown now 6 2/3, 7 2/3, and this is 7. And has not given up a run in 21 1/3 innings in a row. Glenn Davies is your player of the game. He had a 1 ERA for the entire month of August. 4 runs surrendered in 40 innings pitched.
Wow.
You okay?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, okay. You did the like I thought like Winston jumped out the window or something. Like that was a panicked I was like, oh. Dallas, yeah, you get the win here. 3-1. Faraday, 2 hits. McLaughlin, 2 hits for 9 total there. 4 of the 9 come from the top 2. Anchorage, 3 hits from Rogers. Gusto, 5 innings, 2 earned. Bones, 7 2/3, 1 earned. Really good start for Lefty Bones. But the game is Lefty Bones. Musher, Balto through in that game for Anchorage as well. Let's see. We got Louisville and BC. Yeah, you guys are under 500? Really? BCB's under 500 now. They lose in the 11th to Louisville, who stays tied with Kingston now. I don't know who owns the tiebreaker. Lumpo Sullivan, 3 hits in 5 at-bats. BCB, 11 hits, though. Just, couldn't do any of them, put them across things. And hey, don't feel bad. Sometimes in KC, we don't know how to do that either. Hi, Winston. 7 hits, though, for Louisville. Sullivan had 3. I don't think I went over BCB, actually. 11 hits. 5 guys had 2 hits. Not the restaurant. I mean, 5 players. No? Okay. Will Millis, pretty good ERA for a 106 TPE inactive, wouldn't you say? 7 innings, 2 earned. Chinappy, 6 innings, 1 earned. Stefano Chinappy, your player of the game. Don't want to talk about it? All right. Let's go to the majors as I antagonize Danny with his number 1 overall pick.
I muted to avoid the Winston.
Oh, you are avoiding Winston. And my torture.
Indeed. Hey, we took Rory, who's been one of the top earners of the class, and what was that, pick number 30 or whatever?
Yeah, well, you also could have not taken an inactive with your first overall pick. Vancouver beats Providence 6-1. So we look at this box score, and we see Andrea Magiacomo, 3 hits, 2 RBIs, and a home run. Providence, 2 hits from Ruiz and Cladera and Crustis. Pitching? May we see that? We may. Greg Digger Jr., 5 1/3, 1 earned. Ivy Leaf, 6 1/3, 3 earned. Andrea Magiacomo, your player of the game. Boise and Buffalo. Boise wins 11-3. Parker. Now I want to say Beauchamp, so it's not Beauchamp, it's Beecham. Parker Beecham, 2 hits and 4 RBIs. Tommy Caruso, 3 hits and 3 RBIs. Buffalo, 2 hits from Wendell Meredith. I think he's doing reasonably well this sim. Suave, 2 hits. Danny Gonzalez, 2 hits. Down to the pitching. We see Vivi Zielman, 7 innings, no earned in 5 Ks. Rolo, 2 1/3, 6 earned. Parker Beecham, your player of the game. All right, this is sorry, 1 game ahead of myself. 9-9 now is Kevin Choate, 3-1 the win for the Voy Boys over the Makos. We have 8 hits from New York, 2 from Stevenson. 2 of the 3 RBIs came off the bat of RJ Menard. Maui is Roberto Khan, 2 hits. Let's see what Tom Shue did. Where is Shue? I can't find him. Tom Shue went 0 for 4 today. Unfortunate for the MVP candidate. Kevin Choate, old man, went 7 1/3, 1 earned. He's still got something in him, I guess. Kyle Sauchicha, 5 innings, 2 earned. Kevin Choate, your player of the game, Kitsun Dome. I wonder if they're going to change their name. Okay, now let's make sure we know how many strikeouts Rip Spot got, Danny, because I swear I've looked for him every time. He only needed 1, so if he got 1 strikeout in this game, he broke 1,500. I'll probably say he did. Yeah, he got 9. So congratulations, Justin Ripspot. You're over 1,500 strikeouts, my friend. Mike Latoris, 3 hits and 5 at-bats for him. That's your stand-up batter for OBX, unless you want to give it to Klausberg and Cannon, who had 2 hits, 2 runs, and 2 RBIs. Stan Antonio, for San Antonio, had 2 hits in 5 tries. Jared Gofford, who's been very, very good, 2 hits and 4 RBIs there. Gofford, that's the 2nd home run this sim. Ripspot, 6 1/3, 2 earned, 9 Ks, so 1,508 on the in the career now. I almost said in the season. That would have been really impressive. John Rayner, 5 2/3, 2 earned. Trent Bolt Jr. gets the loss, though. Ripspot, your player of the game from the Treehouse.
A huge start for Ripspot, huge milestone, so I'm sure had the adrenaline going after getting that first strikeout whenever that came. Congratulations.
And this is a big one. The Sea Serpents beat the Supernovas in the 9th. Remember this when we're talking playoff seeding on Saturday. So put this game in the back of your mind, store it there for 2 days, and get ready to maybe pull this one out. Sarasota sees Crash Wagon, a Fart, and Doctor, each with 2 hits in this one, but Gescu had 2 RBIs. Davis Campbell and Harry Stocks, the ones that had helped pull off this big upset for Seattle. And by the way, Seattle's not had a good season, but Davis Campbell has had a great year. 284 rather, average, 18 home runs. Bingo Hammersmith got the start for Seattle, 5 innings, 1 earned. Shifty Lagoose, 5 2/3, 4 earned. Bingo Hammersmith, your player of the game. Straight guess, homie, your win. Detroit is going to beat Cancun. So finally, Detroit goes ahead of Sarasota after all this time. Haywood Dinkle, 3 hits. Herrera, Dimes, Poe, and Armstrong. That whole middle, that 2 through 6, each gets multi-hits. Nobody else gets one. Cancun has Drozdov and Esposito and Gravy with 2 hits apiece. Ricky Vaughn, 6 innings, 1 earned. He's finally had a good season. Good to see that for my old friend Tardis. 5 1/3, 3 earned. Champ McQuack gets the loss. Player of the game is Ricky Vaughn. God, it makes me think I ought to send him a message. I haven't talked to him since he stepped down and left the sim team.
He's enjoying the semi-retired life.
Not retired, per se, unless he's not earning anymore.
No, he's still earning, but he stepped down from GM. He stepped down from the sim team.
Yeah, but he stepped down from all the jobs and stuff while he was at that grindy year in high school. Good luck. I don't know if you're watching Tardis. I haven't seen you around much. Good luck, old buddy. Ben Dover and Zach Mouse, 3 hits at the top of the lineup for Indy. They win this game 7-0. Trowan did another one of them Trowan things. Mike Boss Jr., the only multi-hit game for DVS. Let's look at Trowan doing that thing. 9 innings, no earned. Claps for Trowan. Great start. CGSO for Mr. No Hands. Remy Ratatouille, fellow season 22 draftee, 6 innings, 2 earned. Trowan No Hands, player of the game. Haha, Caloroid, I have a better ERA than you, and we're both starters. Oh my God, Nashville lost again. And they lose on a Paulo Di Stefano Jr. walk-off. This is absolutely unbelievable.
A lot of walk-offs today from the
wow
Champions East.
Di Stefano, 2 hits, 3 RBIs. I don't mean to rub it into any stars watching, but this is just unreal. Rose, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. I mean, they were nothing if not efficient. They only had 3 hits, but they got 3 RBIs. So there you go. Rougarou's got 12 hits as a team and only 4 RBIs. Pitching wise, this is a nice day from TJ, from Taylor Johnson. 6 innings, 1 earned. I don't know what more you want him to do. Vallaguetti, 7 innings, 3 earned. Pleasance gets the win. It's a Giovanni Sanchez who blows it. 1 inning and 2 earned. Vallaguetti, your player of the game. And this is when it starts to leak into back of your mind, I would think, if you're TJ or if you're Zach or whoever you are, if you're just a Nashville fan. This leaks into the back of your head. What if Cletus McFlorida Man pitches the 9th instead of Giovanni Sanchez? What if Cletus McFlorida Man pitches in a couple of these games tonight instead of DJ Law or Giovanni Sanchez? Just has to seep into the back of your mind. At least I'd think.
Sim's gonna do what the Sim's gonna do. But yeah, it's tough losses to go through. Oh shoot, I didn't notice if Scott Poe got any hits last game, but I think it's pretty safe to say
he got
he's
2, but he's not going to get to 15 because he had some really bad games.
He would need to hit 11 times in this game.
In like 2 games or whatever.
I think if he's 2 off the home run, I didn't see if he had a home run in the other game, but he might still be 2 off the home run.
Oh, I still need to check that. Do we have what do we have, Danny? Do we have 3 days left?
We have 3 quick sims after this and 1 more live game.
Okay. Is the live game on the last day?
It is, yep.
Okay, I might have to abandon you for that one in favor of sleep.
Yep, no worries there. I can handle it. I think we do have some quick facts here.
Yes, we do. We have stats for this one.
Vancouver versus Buffalo. That's not us. Big things. All right, so Detroit began the sim tied with Nashville for the final wild card spot in the Champions East Conference. Champions Conference, I guess, and 3 games back in the division. Demons are leading the Champions League in ERA this season with a 3.57 and are looking to make their 3rd playoff appearance in their 9-season history. Detroit Bats have outscored opponents 103-61 in 11 games this season, in which one team scores double-digit runs. 7-4 record in games with double-digit runs. Cancun is entering the sim looking to next season as they are 3 games ahead of Seattle for the worst record in the PBE. Their offense is the main culprit causing these struggles. We do have a prediction. I always like to read those out. Who has more hits? Got a bet on the house. Back to our fun facts. Cancun, they are at the bottom of PB rankings in batting average, OPS, and runs scored. Their .208 team batting average on pace for 3rd worst total in PBE since the 2036 season. Stopper Ryan Shu has been the lone bright spot for the Toros with a 3.2 ERA in 70 1/3 innings. Without his contributions, Cancun's team ERA jumps all the way up to 5.21. Now, the nice thing about having a bad record is it means they're going to be loaded up on draft picks. So I would look to the Toros, if I were a new player, as a good team to go to, because I think you'll get hot at just the right time.
Well, I mean, look, they're going to be good.
Yeah.
Cancun is going to be good. The foundation is absolutely there for Cancun to be a dynasty someday. But as we see with Indy, it's going to take a while. It's going to take a long time. But they're going to get there.
You got to trust the process.
There's no doubt.
To keep going with my notes here, the all-time... Oh, wait. I think I'm supposed to read these during the game. Is that how this is supposed to work?
Yes.
The
finer notes you read when the players are at bat or pitching or whatever.
Jumping right in, you saw it. We were on that page for a while. It's all coming up Demons in the head-to-head, and we will start off with a Ben stacking paper walk. Victor Herrera in now, but first a stolen base on a pitch out, and they got him. He's cut down. That's the 37th runner cut down by the Toros catcher Witt, and Herrera will strike out. So very quickly from a runner on to 2 out, here's Scott Poe, who will take a walk, still chasing those hits. Haywood Dinkle now traditionally struggles in the live games for whatever reason. He'll ground out. Dom Drozdov in now. Drozdov and Dinkle are co-World Series champions with the Swifties. Now facing off against each other. Here's Esposito. In the gap in right field. Should just be a single. We got the strong arm of Ben stacking paper out there. Here's Steve Rogers. And that one has a chance to leave the yard. So against Kid Carciel, a 2-run bomb to give the Toros an early lead in this one. 414 feet. That's going to be the 15th bomb on the year for Steve Rogers. Now Peter LaFleur is in. He will strike out. Kid Carsey trying to settle himself down. Ernie Witt will try to check the swing. And it looks like it was a called strike, actually right down the middle, so I'm not sure what you're checking for there. Here's Stretch Armstrong. That should fall for an outfield single, a little line drive action. Danny B in now. He'll get hit. What the heck? That's rude, Brass Lemon. Nicholson Dimes in now with a runner in scoring position. He hits a double play ball. No, a fielder's choice, cutting down Danny B at second base. Runners on the corner for the hot-hitting Joe Burrow. That's a double play ball, and that will keep that runner from scoring. So they'll strand one on the Joe Burrow double play ball. Here comes Will Fisher. He's going to line one into left field. Actually, more of a blooper. Here's Cillian. I'm going to sky this one into center. Ben stacking paper has it. Here comes Hickams, batting 200 on the year. He'll strike out. And Gravy will sky one into right field. So one time through the order for the Toros, it's going to be 2 runs on 3 hits. Coming off of the Steve Rogers home run in the first inning. Here's Stanley Yelnats to end the Demons' first time around, and that's going to be a single into left past the diving third baseman. It'll be no runs on 2 hits for the Demons one time through the order. Stacking paper up now. He'll sky that one into shallow right. Here comes Victor Herrera, and he'll line that one into left field. There'll be a double. It looks like a stand-up double for Herrera. So runners on second and third for Scott Poe. Took a walk in the first inning. And he'll have a single there past the shortstop. 1 run will score. The second one's going to be out. But Scott Poe alertly getting to second base once he saw the throw went into home. So some bad base running for the Demons. They had a caught stealing and now a runner thrown out at home. Haywood Dinkle will take a walk. Here's Stretch Armstrong. Hits it on the ground to second. So, yeah, costly base running mistakes here so far. It is 1, 2 through 3.5. The Toros with a chance to add to their lead. Drozdov will strike out. Here comes Esposito, who will get one past the shortstop. Stretch Armstrong over there. Here comes Steve Rogers. He'll strike out this time. And LaFleur with 2 outs will hit one back where it came from. Nearly hit Carsey there. Kind of whiffed right past his head. And it's going to be runners on first and second for Witt, who will hit one softly. Kid Carsey plays it himself over to the first baseman and records the out. Here's Danny B to lead off. In 2:29 on the season, that one's robbed. Robbed by the center fielder. Nicholson Dimes in now, past the shortstop. He'll reach first. Joe Burrow now, trying to make up for the double play ball, will get a single. So we've had a couple balls hit back up the middle. Stanley Yelnats now with a couple on. He's going to bloop one into right field. It should be run scoring unless the Demons will be cut down by bad base running again. They will not. It's a tie ball game for Ben Stacking Paper. 1 out, 2 on. The pitch is hit to third base. It goes for the double play, gets the lead runner at third, but not able to make the throw in time. Herrera will have a swinging bunt, and he'll beat it out. No throw. Bases juiced for Scott Poe. Scott Poe swings at it, hits it to the third baseman, and a strong throw gets him. So the Demons will leave him loaded, scoring 1 run in the inning. Here comes Will Fisher on the ground to first, over to the pitcher. Cillian, Caden Killeen, I think actually is how you say that. Skies it to left. Hickams will strike out. So I think that's the first 1-2-3 inning for Kid Carsey. Maybe starting to settle down and get into a groove. That one's hit on the ground by Haywood Dinkle. Stretch Armstrong in now. Skies one got way under that, sends it really deep, but the launch angle was too high. Here's Danny B. That's going to be a single into right field. His first hit in the ballgame. Nicholson dimes now. First, Danny B will have a stolen base attempt. Oh, and he's cut down. Don't run on Witt. Witt has 2 thrown out in 2 tries this ballgame. Danny B was at an 80% stolen base success rate coming into that attempt. As Drozdov now will bat. Chili Gravy flew out. Drozdov grounds out. Here's Esposito on the ground to second base for another ground out. So 6 in a row retired by Carsey. Let's see if he can pitch deeper into this game as Nicholson dimes, looks to give him a lead maybe. And he'll beat that one out. Well-placed ground ball there. Kind of no man's land between the catcher and the pitcher. Here's Joe Burrow. He stays hot. Hits a single into center field. And Yelnats now with a pair on. This happened last time and he was able to deliver. This time he will sky it. We'll see if they test the arm of the center fielder. I think the Demons are tired of testing arms. It is not going well. Just kidding. It's going to be a double steal. And finally, the Demons have their first stolen bases in the game, taking first and second on the double steal. But Stacking Paper strikes out. So a pair of runners in scoring position for Victor Herrera on the ground to the first baseman. He can't beat that one out. They'll leave 2 stranded and will stay tied through 6.5. Here comes Steve Rogers. He has the home run in the game. He'll strike out. Peter LaFleur. He's 1 for 2 in the game, and that's just over Danny B's head. Decided not to even try to make a play there. He's on first. Here's Witt. It'll be a check swing strikeout. Carsey's 9th of the ball game. And Will Fisher now with 2 outs on the ground to the third baseman. They take the easy play at second to cut down the lead runner. And we're into the 7th. Scott Poe looking for his first hit in the game. Or is that his second hit in the game? He'll get an infield hit. Not too many of those for Scott Poe. Here's Haywood Dinkle behind him. Skying one into left field. They had him shifted, so he had a chance there, but it didn't fall. Armstrong will strike out. Danny B now with a runner on and 2 outs, hoping for that 2-out magic, and it will not come. Scott Poe will be cut down, headed for second on the fielder's choice. Here is Caden Killeen, strikeout. As we conclude our stretch time here. That's Kid Carsey's 10th strikeout of the game. Hickams now will also strike out, so there's 11. Emptying the tank now is Carsey, and he'll strike out the side in order. Killeen, Hickams, and Gravy all sat down in the 7th here by Kid Carsey. It's Tony Gunkin for the Toros. He'll get an easy out there out of dimes. Joe Burrow now cannot be stopped. That's his 3rd hit in the ballgame. He's 3 for 4. Stanley Yelnats gets some good wood on that, laces it into left field. So 2 on, 1 out for Stacking Paper. Got 8 home runs on the air, but he'll strike out looking here. Victor Herrera looking for the 2-out magic that has not been present. He'll take a walk to load the bases. Again, Scott Poe coming up with the bases juiced. Here's the pitch. Skied into center field. Center fielder going back, gone! It's a grand slam for Scott Poe. What a time for my voice to crack. 467 feet and probably still rolling, says the Sim. What a shot. An absolute moonshot for Scott Poe. I will do my best to avoid hummusing you, Joe Burrow. Here's Haywood Dinkle grounding out behind Scott Poe, but 4 runs on 1 big hit for the Demons. That grand slam from Scott Poe will give them the 6-2 game, and Kid Carsey now out of the game for Thomas Palmer, who will give up a single to the first batter he faces. Esposito lined that one into right field, had him played well. Here comes Steve Rogers, and this one will be skied, keeping that right fielder busy. Peter LaFleur will strike out, so clean inning for Thomas Palmer. Leaves one stranded. Stretch Armstrong hits one hard on the ground at the shortstop. Danny B hits one past the second baseman. One second baseman hits to another. He's safe on first. Maybe don't try to steal on Witt this time. I looked like a little hit and run action, and that one finds some outfield grass. It could be a triple. Yes, Dimes will go for 3. It's an RBI triple for Nicholson Dimes. Slid in just for fun. The ball was still in the outfield when he slid. 7-2. Demons have 17 hits in the ball game. And Joe Burrow, I will not hummus him. He will have another single. 4 for 5 in the ball game now is Joe Burrow with 0 RBIs somehow. I guess he just got his first RBI there, coming off that triple. Stanley Yelnats now skying one into center field. And with 2 outs, here's Ben stacking paper. He'll strike out. So Roshi comes out of the pen, is able to get that strikeout there. And Witt, Fisher, and Colleen, plus a few others, will need to reach here if the Toros are going to save this game. They will strike out. Witt, still Thomas Palmer in, as Fisher gets a single into right field. SD Core in now. Checks the swing, but they call it a strikeout. For the last batter, no, it will be a walk. We'll keep it rolling here. Chili Gravy now in with 2 on. Taking a walk, so things could get interesting in a hurry here if Dom Drozdov can do that home run thing he does so well. No, Thomas Palmer will hit a batter. It's going to be an RBI for Dom Drozdov. I'm sure he just leaned right into that one, didn't mind taking that one for the team. And Esposito will strike out. So the Detroit management trusting Thomas Palmer to get it done despite going a little wild there at the end, and he does. It's going to be an 8-3 ball game. 18 hits for Detroit, and my oh my, Joe Burrow, 4 for 5, an RBI and a run. 5 RBIs after the grand slam for Scott Poe. He's 3 for 4. Did his best to get all 11 of those hits that he needed in this one. I don't even remember what the prediction was. I guess it was who had more hits. Or who would win? Something like that. For Cancun, we're looking at multi-hit games for Fisher, LaFleur, and Esposito. Pitching, Carsey went 7, gave up 2. Against Brass Lemon for Cancun, went 5.1, gave up 2, no decision. That'll go to Gunk, the loss after giving up 3 RBIs. And the player of the game, how about Scott Poe? No casino money for anyone, Musha. Wow. All right, let's reset after that one. As we look at the Crabs and the Vandals. Crabs have been hot this sim, but they will take a loss here. 7 hits, 0 earned runs is a tough pill to swallow, especially when the other team scored 2 runs on 7 hits and had an error. A couple of multi-hit games for Law and Philly Fan on the Providence side. For Vancouver, I guess we're going to talk about Magic Como. He had an RBI and a hit. It looks like a solo shot off Dasani Voss, who went 6 innings, 2 earned runs, quality start, but a loss all the same. Takahashi gets the win, 5.2, gave up none, and a save for McDonald. Takahashi is going to be our player of the game. Surge and the Raptors. It's going to be a 6-3 victory for the Raptors, 13 hits to 7. Going down, it's going to be a 3 for 4 day for Spock. For the Raptors, we're looking at a 2 for 4 day of Rodriguez with 2 RBIs. Pitching-wise, Corcoran started for Buffalo, 3 innings, gave up 4, and got the hook. Chank Daly started for the Raptors, 6.2 innings, gave up 3, and Matty Paul will be the one to get the save. Chank Daly's our player of the game. Where were we? We were there. Voyagers and Makos. The Voyagers will have a big win here over the Makos, 10-1, 15 hits to 2. Who not to talk about? I mean, we got 4 RBIs from Stevenson, 3 RBIs from Kuntz, 2 from Swerve, and 1 from Shu. Nice little 4-3-2-1 action. You like to see it as a GM when your team is getting runs like that. For Maui, their hits went to Nakia, who also scored a run, and Harwell, who got the hit and the lone RBI. Tokoyami started 7.1, just had that one earned. Gave up both the hits, so Crocodile was very good in relief. Michael Knight Rider gets the loss, 5 innings, gave up 4, and Tokoyami is our player of the game. So how about this one? The Sloths beating the Aviators, who I think that's their 3rd loss of the sim. Aviators kind of struggling all of a sudden. 7-3 for those Aviators. A 3-for-4 day from Litterus with 2 runs. Compared to San Antonio's best batter, Stan Antonio, 2-for-3 with 3 runs and 3 RBIs. Not to mention the 4-for-5 of Matata with a run and 3 RBIs. Pitching-wise, it's going to be Beaumont, who goes 5.2, gives up 7. Ouch. For San Antonio, Greer goes 6.1, gives up 3, and Slim has a good 2.2 innings in relief. San Antonio, player of the game. And if you look up here, you'll see the Sloths have 2 of the 3 performances of the day, so that'll help you get a win. Supernovas and Sea Serpents. My, oh my, what are the Sea Serpents doing? If you were a team in Champions East not named Sarasota, I can tell you who your favorite team is right now. It's the Seattle Sea Serpents. They take another one away from Sarasota. Another walk-off for them. 4-3 in the 9th inning. Going down Sarasota's hit columns, a lot of guys getting hits, but we'll look at Dominic, 2-for-4 with 2 RBIs. Meanwhile, Seattle, Ian Fullman had a good outing, 2-for-4 with 3 RBIs. Not enough to get it done, though. Austin Bentley started this one, no decision, 6 innings, 3 earned. That'll go to Jake Plummer, the loss in relief. Sullivan started for Seattle, 3 earned over 5.2. Very similar start to our commissioner. DeMarco gets a blown save, but that lets Scoochie Dart get the win. The 1-out win. Ian Fullman is the player of the game. Reminds me I should save us. We saw the Demons and the Toros. We were here for it. The Apex will fall to the Scorpions. Score of 4-3. Close game here. 8 hits to 5. Checking out the Apex batting, we'll look at the 2 hits of Ben Dover and the 2 runs. For Death Valley, let's talk about the 2 RBIs of Elliot Alderson. Pitching-wise, Dogwood Maple started 5 innings pitched, 4 earned. Morgan got the start for Death Valley. 7.1, gave up 2 runs, only the 1 earned. Ingram picks up a save, and yeah, Morgan's going to be your player of the game in that one. And finally, we have the Rugers beating the Stars, so the Demons the only Champions East team to get a win. The Rugers will win this one 5-2, 10 hits to 3. For Nashville, a decent outing for Johnson. He went 1-for-2 with a walk, got an RBI. Can't complain with that day. For DiStefano Jr., it's going to be 2-for-4 with 3 RBIs and a run. That's a little bit better, I would say. Kuramochi, the loss, 6.2, gave up 5. For Nola, it's going to be Nakamura, 7.1, 2 runs, 0 earned. Hold for Pleasance, a save for Jose, 43, and Nakamura is going to be our player of the game. So we'll drop down to the minors, if there are any. There sure are. Kingpins and State College. Kingpins getting the win here. 2 hits for Justice, 2 hits for Will Love. Down to the pitching, it's going to be Bell taking the win, 6.11 earned, a save for Mixon. For State College, Sideway gets the loss, 3 earned over 6. Inker Bell is our player of the game. Bruce City and the Lemurs. Lemurs take another win here, 2-0. I believe that's a series sweep for them.
Yes, it is.
And Bears really...
You guys okay, Danny?
Really slide in this sim.
You can make the damn playoffs?
Really slide in this sim. A couple of multi-hit games for some Bears.
You're going to make the playoffs?
Sosa, 3-for-3. Louisville, where'd the RBIs come from? 2 RBIs from Muckers O'Houlihan. That was all the RBIs in the game. DeWright, 5.1. He gives up 2. Booze Goozer gets that ERA down a little bit. 2 clean innings, 3 strikeouts. Crimps with the win, 7 innings, 0 earned runs. Spread 8 hits across those 7 innings, gave up nothing, 6 strikeouts. Only threw 89 pitches, very efficient. Price with the save. 2 inning save. Crimps is going to be the player of the game. Wheelers and Dynamos. The Dynamos will win this one 5-4. A couple of multi-hit games we'll look at. Or no, not. I guess there are a couple multi-hit games. But the RBIs coming from Funny Man will make me give him the nod. 2-for-5 with an RBI. For Dallas, We're going to look at the 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs of Spencer. French, the loss 5.2, gave up 5 over 5. Dog, no decision for Dallas 5.1, gave up 3. Timmy will take the win, Mooney the save, and Lucas Rodriguez will be the player of the game. Hepcats will beat the Dillos here, 8-5. Not a bad sim at all for the Hepcats. Okamoto, 3 hits over 5, 2 RBIs there. For KC, we'll look at Dracula, 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Or maybe 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs of Justice. Down to the pitching, 4 innings pitched, 6 earned runs for Huff. Kansas City Bird Whistle got a start, 4.2 gave up for. Big Sexy gets the save, Harrison Justice, player of the game. And finally, on this day, we have Firehawks and Mounties, 3-0 game going the Firehawks' way. For the Firehawks, they spread out the RBIs. In fact, only got 2 RBIs of their 3 runs, multi-hit games for Barker and Beverwinkle and Slaseco. So the 3-4-5 were working, just not in tandem. For Kingston, we'll look at 2 hits for Fartinghouse because they had no runs or RBIs to speak of. Smaxson, 6 innings pitched, 0 earned, a save for Branson. Kagamine gets the loss, 7.1, just gave up 1 run. That's a tough loss to swallow. Josh Smaxson is our player of the game. And since you asked about playoffs...
Yeah, I've been doing some playoff number crunching back here. So KC clinched, Chicago clinched, Louisville clinched, California clinched, Brew City not clinched. Hey, dude.
We are still up
Dude.
over the Mounties and the Dillos. If we click our pennant chase here, it still favors us quite heavily with a postseason spot. So a bad sim, but we've got time to make up for it.
You also get the benefit of Wheelers next.
That does not hurt.
Look at the majors, too, because we went over this. Yep. I want to look at the Champions East. Because I did some math, and it's way the hell wrong. Yeah, it's very wrong. But Nashville was eliminated. No, they're not.
They
did
are
some
not
very
yet.
bad math.
Magic number for Apex is 8. In
How
fact,
many games were 99? Okay, so Nashville could still technically win the division. I thought they were eliminated from the division.
Voyagers and Rougarous have all clinched, so congratulations to those 3 clubs. Makos, Scorpions, Toros, Sea Serpents are all eliminated. Better luck next season.
And the other reason why I think this is a very interesting day to check Mr. Danny B is because we are now officially heading to the final 3 series of the year. The 4th is a league-wide off day, and it's your last 3 chances.
So you're saying tomorrow is a league-wide off day?
A majors off day, yes, because it is the 4th.
Got it. Should we quick sim some minors then?
Yes, we shall. Oops. I'll let you take this one, then I'll take the next 2 days of quick sims and then be gone.
Sounds good. Hepcats
there's a win for you.
Like to see it. We'll not get ahead of ourselves here, though. Hepcats taking a win 3-1, 10 hits to 4. Hepcats continue to steamroll this sim. Cruz 3 for 5. The lone RBI coming from Barry. Interesting to see that. For State College. What happened? Nothing. Got it. Okay, pitching. Schultz, 7 innings pitched, 1 earned. Gave up 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Big Sexy. Back-to-back saves for Big Sexy. State College Sylvia, 2.1 innings, 2 runs, 0 earned, 45 pitches and pulled. State College must have like the quickest hook for the starters.
Is there a rain delay?
No.
What?
That's the second State College game where the starter has given up like 2 runs in 3 innings and been pulled at like 50 pitches. So not sure what that is. That's an interesting strat that doesn't seem to be working out for them.
Beaver, what are you doing?
Yes. We'll now talk about that win you alluded to.
By the way, before we go to there, if my math is right, Kansas City is 4-1 this sim, and they are 32-12 post All-Star break now.
That's a good second half, I'll say. And Mounties losing 6 in a row. That's rough. 8 hits apiece, but the Bears scattered them a little bit better. They pick up a win in what has been a rough sim for the Bears. We'll look at Yuppers, 2 for 4 with a run and an RBI. Meanwhile, for Bruce City, let's talk about the 2 RBIs of underrated. It looks like a home run with nobody on. So, no, 1 on. There it is. Okay, yep. So 2 out home run for underrated gets him the 2 RBIs. Excuse me, Crenshaw went 7.2, only gave up 3 through 100 pitches, but gets the loss. Namie McNamerson, 0 earned over 6.1. Gets their 10th win. A hold for Booze Goozer. He does give up a run. Mike, you can cheer about something in this game. And Economides, a 3-pitch strikeout for the save. Namie McNamerson is going to be the player of the game. Lemurs and Dillos. The Lemurs will take the win here 6-2 on the road. For those Lemurs, a lot of 3-hit games here. Myth and O'Houlihan. O'Houlihan splashing in the RBI gives him the nod for me. For the Dillos, we'll look at the 2 for 4 with a run of flex. Pitching-wise, Junk Ball, 5.1, gave up 2. Belle Delphine, 5.1, gave up 4, 3 of those earned. And Jeremiah Junk Ball will be the player of the game at the Evans Winters Happy Birthday Chew Dillo Dill Dome, sponsored by the Seattle Sea Serpents. Love that name. Firehawks and Wheelers. Wheelers going to pick up a win here, 4-1, 9 hits to 6. Both teams had an error. For California, multi-hit games for Beverwinkle, Grimes, and Rodriguez. No RBIs to speak of, though. For Anchorage, 3 for 4 for Kripokasov, 1 RBI, 2 RBIs for Gibber. Pitching, Thompson started 6 innings, 4 earned. Glizzy Master, 6.1, gave up 1 save for Shigeno. And Kristov Krasov, player of the game. And finally, it's going to be the Dillos and the Dynamos and the Kingpins. That's what I said. I said the Dynamos, the Dinos and the Kingpins.
That's not the Dillos.
Dino in the chat. Can I get a Dino in the chat?
But spelled with a Y because, you know.
Yeah, Dino.
Dynamo.
For those Dinos, I'm going to run with it forever now. You guys are the Dinos to me, just forever now. Pine, the designated hitter, gets 2 RBIs and a hit. For Chicago, 3 hits in 5 tries for Lane. 3 walks for Radiance Ham, who I believe was cold in that first game we showed. So glad to see them get that figured out. Redacted started, gave up 2, 4.1, over 4.1 innings. The loss goes in relief to Timmy, the last reliever in a long line of relievers. For Chicago, the T-Rex, 6 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, no decision. The blown save goes to Capone, and the win to Pocket. Mitch the T-Rex is our player of the game. Chovy for the win. I'll allow it. So we're now on, what, the 5th? Yes. So we have 2 days quick sims.
And I will take these over, if you don't mind. So I can do these before I leave. Before I say au revoir, Vandal say au revoir to this game. 4-0 win for Buffalo. They double them in the hit column. Wendell Meredith, 3 hits, 4 at-bats. Vancouver has just 5 hits as a team. 2 of those coming from my rook, Sam Andrews. Spock and Diamundo each have 2 hits for Buffalo, in addition to Wendell's good day. Kyle Bellinger Jr., 7 1/3, no earned. A sub-5 ERA now for him. He's 10-9. Rogers, 12-7, 4 1/3, 4 earned. Kyle Bellinger Jr. is your player of the game. Raptors beat the Void Boys 6-3. 9 hits, 1 from everybody except for Bodnar and Caruso, because Tommy had 2 and Bodnar had none. For Boise, New York had 2 hits from Rita Boyce and hits from Stevenson, Menard, Kuntz, and Slim. Boise, Jackson Wooler, 5 2/3, 3 earned. Flowers, 5 innings, 4 earned. Save for Johnny Toasties. Player of the game is Wooler. In Vaughn's house. In the middle of our street, Vaughn's house. The Makos beat the Aviators 6-5. 8 hits in 4 players up at the top for Maui. Tried to say like 4 different things at once there, and my brain just went no. 2 hits for Stein, Kane, Dawson, and Kahn. Outer Banks, Latours, 1 hit, 3 RBIs, 3 hits, 1 RBI. Baldelli, 4 innings, 2 earned. Funk, 6 innings, 4 earned. And again, the save, Latours, your player of the game. Slauson Crabs, 7-6 win for San Antonio. 1 hit, 2 RBIs for Pork Chop Sandwiches, 2 hits and 4 RBIs for Raven Knox. Providence has Harden Long get a hit and Arabian 2 walks. Julio Ruiz 2 hits. Jigger Philly Fan 3 hits. Harden Long got a home run that puts him to 27. I think he is 1 away from 150 now. San Antonio, Ryan Rose, 4 innings, 6 earned. Shout out to you, Ryan Rose, announcing he's walking off into the sunset after a fabulous career. Rich Evans, 2 1/3, 6 earned. 2 bad starts for Evans. Player of the game's Raven Knox. And Detroit beat Seattle 5-3. 3 RBIs coming on 1 hit from Scott Poe, so I think he's under double digits away from his milestone. 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Victor Herrera. 5 hits, all from individuals for Seattle. 2 RBIs for Harry Stocks. Greg Maddux Jr., 3 1/3, 5 earned. Tim Galvin, 6 innings, 3 earned. Your player of the game is Tim Galvin. We can skip this game. All right, fine. Cancun beats Indy 2-0.
We tried to soften them up for you.
Only 4 hits for the Apex. Dover, Mouse, Tsunami, Franco, and Eagle Eyes, I'm sorry, and that's literally it. But only 6 hits for Cancun. Middle of the order did well, 4 through 8. 1 hit apiece. Barry B. Benson, 7 innings, no earned. Ryan Chu, 2 innings, no earned. That's how Cancun got this thing done. Diane get the start. Oh, I guess I didn't do that bad. 6 innings, 2 earned. That's a QS. I'll take it. Uni Takam Don, 3 innings of no-hit baseball. Barry B. Benson, your player of the game.
I've decided that I care about wins and losses more than quality starts now.
How have you?
In the aftermath of that game?
4-0. Nashville loses again. That's their, by my count, 9th loss in a row. Though I appear to be off by 1. I don't know where they won the game. Death Valley wins this one. 2 hits from Stress McGibbon, 2 from Edwards, 2 RBIs. Nashville, 2 hits from Brandon Fry, 2 hits from Bongo Lulango. Max Miller, 5 1/3, 4 earned. Sims, 8 innings, no earned. Player of the game is? Assume it's Sims? Yeah, it is. We got one more Champions East game. And it's New Orleans getting to 70, beating Sarasota 2-1. So Sarasota's been stuck at 57 for a while now.
Yeah, it's been rough. I mean, Nola is a freight train.
2 for 3 in this one. One walk. Eo Torrent, hit, an RBI, and a run. That's a home run off of Mazeroski. Tommy Mazeroski, 6 innings, 1 earned. Frederick Erdiquez Garcia, 6 innings, 2 earned. Player of the game is Tommy Mazeroski. No minors games. God, that Champions East is going to be fun. That is going to be one heck of a lot of fun.
Like to see these players.
How do you in Detroit, like, how do you guys just end every season like 20-5? Like, I don't understand.
The trick is to start every season like 5-20.
Like, Nashville goes 5-20 in the last like month, and you go 20-5 in the last month.
We are a stretch team, you know?
And Indy is either ridiculous in the first half or ridiculous in the second half, and Sarasota always dies at the end.
When the going gets tough, the demons get going.
I suppose the Surge got going when it got tough here. They were down 6 in the bottom of the 8th. They pulled it back 7-2. Another 3-hit game for Wendell Meredith. This is a really, really good day for Tintin. Svanberg Taters. That's what I meant by good day. Yeah. Good sim there. Svanberg Taters and Spock each had multi-hit games. Vancouver, a multi-hits for Maggie Como, Cologne, and Lodge. Johnson, 7 innings, 1 earned. Viserios Balkan, 6 innings, 4 earned. Pressing gets the loss. So much for his great sim. Graves, 1 inning, got the win. Bruce Buckley, your player of the game. New York, 61 wins for them. They are now they win 4-2. They now have 61 wins. Stevenson, 1 hit. Rusty Kuntz had a couple of hits as well. Kirk Swerve had a couple. I haven't said Tom Shoe's name much. He's slumping a little bit here, although it looks like he does have 1 home run this sim. Boise, 6 hits, all from the top 6. Andrew Lucas, 6 innings, 1 earned. Matthew Paul, 2 innings, 2 earned. Seavart, 8 innings, 2 earned. I think this was the same as his last outing, but this time he wins. Cletus McFlorida Man, 2.05 ERA. As a Boy in 1 inning pitched here. Seavart, your player of the game, 3.08 ERA for Regnalib Seavart.
Good Old year. Man getting it done.
Yeah, really. OBX takes their revenge on Maui.
I think that might be their first win of the sim.
OBX? No.
They've had a rough sim. We swept them.
Oh. Latoris, 3 hits, 2 hits from City and Cannon and Rockenberg and Geist and Swift. Everybody got a hit. Everybody but 3 got 2 hits. Everybody but Halen got an RBI, and half of them got multiple. That was a big burst of offense against only 8 hits from Maui, half of those coming from Ketchup and Chase and Boom. Gonzalez, 1 2/3, 6 earned. Cato, 8 1/3, 3 earned. Player of the game is Dub City.
I guess it's their 3rd win in the sim. Maybe I just hyper-focused in on the games they lost against the Demons and felt like they were having a worse than they were.
Now the question is, who will beat OBX in the first round? Will it be San Antonio? They beat Providence here, 2-1. Providence tried to bring it back in the 9th, but couldn't. Hard and Long, a hit, an RBI, and a run. I am fairly certain that is home run number 150 for Hard and Long. Pretty sure, if the math is right, which it could not be.
It's 151.
Oh, 150 was last time. Dang it, I was off by 1.
Congratulations, Hard and Long, 151 career home runs.
Sag. I'm sorry. Sorry, brain. I was off by 1. Windsor, 8 innings, 2 hits, no earned for San Antonio. Daring, 6 innings, 2 earned for Providence. Nolan Winslow, your player of the game. Not bad. Detroit wins again. Oh, my God. 101 games we've played, 61-40 for Detroit.
10-game win streak.
You're going to win the division and rob the league of $900 million, aren't you?
Dude, I hope so. Look at that Danny B solo shot, by the way.
Look at that Haywood Dinkle, 4 hits and 2 RBIs. Look at that Seattle, 6 hits as a team, all from different players. Look at Harry Ball. Harry Ball, 6 innings, 4 earned. That was not the right way to say that. Molly Mitchell, 7 1/3, 1 earned. Player of the game is Haywood Dinkle.
He's got a win here.
Sorry, I was trying to get back to Discord. I have so many tabs open on my bar. I couldn't get back. 4-2 the win for the Apex, so they maintain their 1-game lead in the division. As we rush toward the apex of this year, Dustin Parma, 2 hits, Swift, 2 hits, Quinn, 2 hits, Cancun, a hit from 5 different guys. Leo Robert got the loss, 5 1/3, 4 earned. I almost said Luis and then caught myself. Doug Dangley, 6 1/3, 2 earned. He dangles himself to win. Bolanos does not blow. He has 3 saves this sim. He locks it down again for Dangley, player of the game.
I'd like to congratulate Hummuscott on being first.
First for what?
First to type in the chat.
Yeah.
At 8:39 p.m. An hour and 40 minutes into the 2 hours and 40 minutes into the sim.
Hey, here you go, Nashville. Here's a win. 5-4 now. Or 5-4 is the win. They're now 55-46 on the year. So the 5s and the 4s, and my brain went bleh. Thomas Rose, 2 hits. Munson, 2 hits. Fry, 2 hits. For DVS, only multi-hit game was former Hepcat Benz. If you're enjoying your time up there. There's, by my count, 3. Is Hank a Hepcat? Maybe not. There's at least 3 former Hepcats on that DVS team, by the way. Elliot Allerson, my old teammate, smack dab in the middle, having a great season. Lucky El Charo, former Hepcat, pitching for Nashville, 6 2/3, 3 earned. Herbie Farnworth, he's not a former Hepcat, but he threw 6 innings and 2 earned. Your player of the game is Lucky El Charo, a.k.a. Manar.
Former Dino GM.
And of course,
You know what? If you're Nashville, you're very upset because you're like, okay, we got to win. We got to win back against Sarasota because they're going to loot, and they beat New Orleans.
The entire division, the entire division won a game today, so no change in the standings.
Nope. 7-3. Supernovas beat the Rougarou. 3 RBIs for Torrey, 3 RBIs for Arrow, 2 RBIs for Vidal Valor, and Aiden McDougall, 6 1/3 for earned. Dorkleton, 5 1/3, 3 earned. Diglett gets your win. Player of the game, Zio Torrent. Hepcats win again. Tonesy continue go crazy. 7-0 here. Your finer Chipple Slokening, 3 of 5. There's a chipper kind of game. Vlad Bautista had a 3-run bomb in the 6th off a He Hate Me strikeout. That's where he got his 3 RBIs. State College mustered 2 hits against the destruction that is Maverick Smoltz, 7 innings, no earned. Randy Hankey, 2 innings, no earned. He Hate Me strikeout, 4 2/3, 7 earned. Player of the game is Maverick Smoltz.
Bears
BCB. Big Kingston. There you go. That'll really help your playoff chances. WR Wolf, 3 hits, 2 RBIs. Kingston, 3 hits for Anita Fartinghouse. Ferenic and Bryant, 2 hits as well. Todoroki, 6 innings, 4 earned. Havoc, 5 2/3, 3 earned. Not a bad start for you, Hoppy. Diamond Arms, the save. WR Wolf, your player of the game.
A couple of GMs getting it done in this one.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Hoppy's a former GM.
Former GM. Wait a minute. Who's Todoroki?
I was looking at WR Wolf.
I was
Phillies
like, wait.
fan.
I was like, wait a minute. 2 GMs. Wait, what did you just say?
Dino in the chat.
62 wins now. 3-1 the final here. 2 hits from Sachs Justice. Dallas, 2 hits from McLaughlin. 5 hits as a team. 7 hits there. For Chicago, that's the total. 3 RBIs. Belcher, 6 innings, 3 earned. Not bad, but Brewstar Lemonade was better. 5 2/3, 1 earned. Then Pin, then Mixon. Brewstar Lemonade, your player of the game. And the Dillo. Oh, nope. Wrong game. Firehawks beat the Wheelers. Sorry for the spoilers. 7-2 here. 2 hits from Bougie and from Barker and from Stern, Rodriguez, and Lou Lingo. Darn you, Shu. Trey Marquis the 4th. 2 hits, 2 RBIs. That's your stand-up out of Frank Ridge. Wade Cilliam, 7 2/3, 2 earned. He continues his very good season. Taylor, 2 2/3, 6 earned. Player of the game, Sawyer Stern. Now we can go to Jim Daw Eggs Dillos beating the Lemurs 4-1. So that puts Chicago up at the bye and drops Louisville out of it. Thurgood Sassafras, 2 hits. The Dillos, 3 hits for Shapiro, 2 hits for Akamoto and Mo. Let's look at your pitching. There's your stand-up batters for both sides. And Armando Velasquez, 6 innings, 4 earned. Jim Daw Egg, 7 innings, 1 earned. Jim Daw Egg, your player of the game. The Miners race, I mean, look, the East is a fun race, but that is not your only fun race, my friends. You have Kansas City right now at top at 64, Chicago 62, Louisville 61. And you have more to start. You do have a little more to start below that. So that the Miners is going to be fun too. And this is last day, right, Danny?
It is. Do me a favor and talk for like 2 minutes.
Okay. I can do more than just talk for 2 minutes. I can go on forever. And my last act on the stream will I'll give you the stats and info and run you through Vancouver versus Buffalo. Vancouver entered the day's sim 5 games ahead in San Antonio for the lead in the West Division, and they're led by their staff. The best ERA since 2036 with a 3.80 ERA, so that's the best in half of a decade. And I lost the notes. There they are. And that was the last time Vancouver was in the playoffs, 6 seasons ago. They have done well in one-run games, 18-11 coming into the sim, but they've only played 1 in extras. They did win that game. And no other team has less than 5 extras so far this season. Interesting notes for Vancouver. They play really well close, but they don't play ties. They only play wins, really. And yeah, Vancouver has had excellent pitching so far this year. Greg Digger Jr., a big part of that. You see the 11-4 there. You see the sub-4 ERA, and you see the 1.25 whip. Buffalo was long eliminated from the playoffs.
Their ERA of 5.83 coming into the day would be the worst in the PBE as a team since Kashima, and that is S21 or 22 Kashima. I think that's 16 win Kashima. But the Surge have actually done well in one category, and that category is stolen bases. They have the best stolen base percentage in the league, 82.2%. And your baseball nerds will all remember that percentage, considered effectiveness, is 70%. Otherwise, you basically shouldn't steal. Well, they've been above that percentage. So they have been very good. They also have the second most caught stealers with 41. So they got one aspect. Base running is an important aspect of baseball. Buffalo has that down. They just don't have really much of else down, or certainly not the pitching part of it.
All right. I appreciate you, Mike. If you need to take off, you're welcome to do it. As always, thanks for co-hosting with me.
Thanks, guys. Really sucks I have to get up at 3:30 in the morning. I will say, though, before I go, I'm so looking forward to Saturday. Make sure you guys tune in. It is going to be just one heck of a lot of fun. That's going to be great. There's going to be some awesome stuff Saturday.
For sure.
Awesome. I can't wait to see what graphics whips up for that. Oh, and it's AJ, too.
Excellent. That'll be a fun one for sure, then.
So, all right. Adios. Thank you.
Without any further ado, Mike gave you the quick facts from Ben Stack and Paper, our stat boy extraordinaire for the day. The Vandals are clearly favored in the head-to-heads, but it's baseball. Anything can and will happen, so let's get on in. So Buffalo started well against Vancouver. They've actually won 6 of 10 games in their first season in the PBE, but since then, entering the Sim, the Surge have lost the last 7 matchups, being outscored 46-18. As Magiacomo reaches on that single and then is caught stealing, thrown out by the catcher here, Spock. Magiacomo will come in now and sky one into left field. That one's going to be grabbed. So Buffalo starter Jack Rollo on the mound. He's kind of struggled this season. 7.24 ERA entering the Sim with the third worst against starters. Despite that high ERA, he's been great against left-handed batters and has held them to a 226 average in 226 at-bats. It's going to be Buffalo's turn to take an at-bat here as Tintin will ground out and Finn Reese will strike out. Here's Svanberg now. Another out for Greg Digger Jr. Quick 1-2-3 inning for him. The Vandals ended up with a 1-2-3 inning with the caught stealing. Here's Sack Lodge. He'll strike out. Herb Sessions, ground out to the shortstop. Play complete. He is out. McMuffin now. McMuffin will sky this one on the infield. Second baseman calling everybody else off and making the grab. So 6 up, 6 down. One way or another for Jack Rollo. That's going to bring back Greg Digger Jr. He's going to pitch to Taters and he will ground out. Greg Digger Jr. entered the Sim with a 10-4 record, and the team winning his last 7 starts and 163 career at-bats against the Vandals pitcher. They are hitting only 227 as a team against him. And that'll be a double play ball hit by Spock to end the inning. So both teams have a hit, but also both teams are 6 up, 6 down. Do we not have a prediction? Maybe someone can @ hummus. Sam Andrews going to reach base here via the walk. Daytona will strike out. Here's Dan King, who will strike out as well. Now Shiderme will fly out. So the first batter to reach and not be eliminated one way or another is going to be Sam Andrews on that walk. Their first time through, the Vandals have 1 hit and a walk. Suave now will be retired, and here comes Gonzalez. It's going to be a single into left field. Diamando, the designated hitter. It's going to be a passed ball. No, a wild pitch that will let Gonzalez just stroll into second base. Followed up by a strikeout as Diamando finishes that bat. It was a full count strikeout. And then a single for Wendell Meredith. They won't test that arm. It's going to be runners on the corners for Finn Reese, who will sky one into center field. Center fielder going back to the track, makes the catch, leaving 2 stranded. Greg Digger Jr. does a good job pitching around some danger. Here's Magiacomo. Going to take a walk on an inside pitch. Here's Colon. Colon skying one into left field. Left fielder going back. Just shy of the track makes the grab. Magiacomo staying parked at first. Here's Sack Lodge. It's going to be a strikeout. Jack Rolo's fourth of the game. Herb Sessions. Soft grounder, and they'll get the force at second base. A close play, but they do retire the side. Here comes Svanberg. He'll a grounder to the shortstop. Sandy Taters going to take a walk. There's been a few of those. Here comes Buckley. Another walk, a very close pitch, but ruled a ball by the umpire. It'll be back-to-back walks followed by a strikeout. Spock striking out there. Suave going to sky this one. Good range on the shortstop, getting back there and making the grab. So 2 runners stranded here. Again by Greg Digger. Here comes Jack Rolo again. He's going to deliver the pitch to McMuffin. It'll be skied into left. Sam Andrews, general manager for the Vandals. He's going to sky one to left as well. Daytona. Daytona will take a walk. So 2-out magic maybe for Dan King. On the ground past the diving third baseman. It's a slow roller. They might actually have a chance here at an RBI. They're going to go for it. It's going to be a triple. They rule him safe. I guess they call it a double, but they're throwing into third. So I don't think that's a double. I think that's a triple. Shadurme now with a chance to double their lead. It will be caught. We do have a prediction started. Win channel points. Total runs in the 7th, 8th, and 9th combined. Over, under 2.5. As we have a ground out there from Gonzalez. Diamando in now. A great catch there from the right fielder. Retires him. And here's Wendell Meredith. Skied into right field. Retired. Good action on the bet so far. It's pretty even. The over's taken a little bit of a lead now. Magiacomo going to strike out on a pitch outside. Bad one to swing at. Here's Willie Colon. Grounded to the shortstop. Sack Lodge now. He's over 2 in the ballgame. He's over 3 in the ballgame. Out of town, Cancun is beating Indianapolis in the 6th inning, 3-2. 1-run game there. Nashville beating Death Valley at home 2-0 as Finn Reese gets aboard, leadoff single. The Voyagers are beating the Raptors 2-0. New Orleans beating Sarasota 3-0 as one skied into left by Svanberg. OBX winning 3-0 over the Makos. The Sloths beating Providence 9-3 as we have a stolen base here from Finn Reese. And Seattle's beating Detroit 4-2. It's going to be a ground out for Taters. I believe that's all of our out-of-towns. Here's Buckley. It's going to be a fly-out. He'll leave one stranded. Good, clean 6 innings for Greg Digger Jr. in this 1-run ball game. Real pitcher's duel going on. Jack Rolo still in as well. Gets a ground out of Herb Sessions. Here comes Toby McMuffin. Tries to check the swing and doesn't. It's going to be a third strike swinging. Sam Andrews will strike out looking. So it's 7th inning stretch. Both pitchers still in the game at this time. 1 run given up in the game on 6 total hits. And yep, Greg Digger will come right back out and retires Spock on his 3rd pitch of the at-bat. Suave now, and Digger has been throwing it well. Now he's flashing the glove as well. Gonzalez gonna get a hit, forcing maybe Greg Digger to come out. It looks like he still has plenty of stamina, but there he goes. Troy pressing in now. He will strike out Diamando on a full count there. A 6-pitch at-bat, pretty much right down the middle. It's a challenge fastball there. Daytona now past the shortstop. Vandals would like to add to this lead, if I had to guess, make it a little more comfortable, even if it's less exciting baseball to watch. A big lead. Here's King. He hits a stand-up double. They don't score from first to home, but 2 runners in scoring position, 0 outs for Shadurme. He'll strike out. Here comes Magiacomo. That one's sent into the corner. It's sent into the gap, I'm sorry, and it's gone. A 3-run shot. Quickly we go from 1 run over 8 innings to 4. 5 hits apiece, but Vancouver has made theirs count. The overs have already won the prediction. You have Magiacomo to thank for that with a big bomb. Cologne going to strike out. Here comes Sack Lodge. He'll take a walk. Herb Sessions now with 2 outs will have a stolen base to contend with. He's safe. So he's in scoring position now for Herb Sessions, who will send one center fielder's back. He's chasing it, and that one's gone. Wow, what an inning for the Vandals. They just keep piling them on. 5 runs on 2 bombs. Bobo Bones hoping to get out of the inning here. And finally, mercifully, the 8th inning is up. It's going to be a strikeout for Wendell Meredith. Here comes Finn Reese. He'll send one into right field, and Buffalo is very quickly running out of outs. The last out for them in the 8th is going to come via the strikeout for Troy Pressings. And we'll head to the 9th. Last chance for Vancouver to add to their lead. He'll strike out. Here's Daytona. Daytona skies one into center left. Left fielder takes charge, makes the grab. Here's Dan King. Batting .213 on the season. He'll strike out here. 2 for 4 in the ballgame now with that punch out. He's got an RBI. Here's Sandy Taters. Strikeout. 2 outs remaining. It's going to be Buckley and Spock. Here's Buckley. Checked the swing in time. It's going to be a 4-pitch walk. Pressing may be done. There he goes. It's Joseph Tosin, who will give up a single. It's first and second now for Suave. And it'll be a strikeout. So the last out, it's down to Gonzalez and Tosin. This will be a single into center field. They won't test it. That run at third does not matter. Diamondo in now, hoping to keep the game alive. He'll walk in a run. So things could get really interesting here depending on how the at-bats for Meredith and Finn Reese go. Here's Meredith. He's had a great sim all day today, but that one will be skied into center field, and it will be a win for the Vancouver Vandals. Great pitchers duel, an explosion in the bullpen for Buffalo, and the bats were able to find a win against the relievers. 3 RBIs on that 1 3-run shot for Magiacomo. For Buffalo, we look at the 3 hits of Gonzalez, but no runs and no RBIs. Needed a little more production either in front of or behind Gonzalez if they wanted to have a chance in this one. Greg Digger Jr. gave up nothing over 6.2. Jackson Rolo will get the loss. A 7-inning, 1 earned run loss. Ouch. Jack Rolo will get the player of the game, though. Finishing up our sim for the day, we're going to take you around the league. The Raptors will fall to the Voyagers, a score of 6-1. A couple of multi-hit games. We're looking at Terry and Tootblon. For New York, it's going to be a 2-for-3 game for Slim. He's got 3 RBIs to go with it. Looks like maybe we have some new folks in the chat. We love to see new faces in the PBE. I think Enoch was saying a little bit. Maybe I'll give a little bit of a spiel now that the action is over. Every player you see in the league is controlled by one person. Nobody's allowed to have more than one character. In fact, Kevin Choate here, the winner, is Yako1217. He had a very good outing. 8.1 innings pitched, 1 earned run. Yep, you pitched well. You did it. Vivi Zielman, 5.1 innings, gave up 4. And not a great day from the bullpen there either. I mean, your whole staff pitched well. Cantaloupe Crocodile, MVP candidate eternally, gets 2 outs in 7 pitches. And Barbados Slim is our player of the game. Did I highlight old Slim? 2 for 3 with 2 runs and 3 RBIs. Where are we? We talked about the Voyagers, the Makos, and the Aviators. The Aviators will pick up another win here. I think that makes this a winning sim for them, as most of them have been at 73 and 29. It's going to be 3-0. For Maui, Khan, Nikia, and Katsup all getting 1 hit. For the Aviators, A real team effort. 3 RBIs coming, 1 from Litteris, 1 from Bergen-Kennen, and 1 from Drakenberg. 3 for 3 for Litteris, though, with a walk and an RBI. Very, very nice. For Maui, Salchicha started 5 innings, gave up 3. 2 of those earned. Ripspat gets the win, 7.1. He gave up nothing, and a save for Domingo Pozo. Justin Ripspat is our player of the game. The Sloths and the Crabs. Crabs have been on a little skid. They started hot and have been falling more recently. I think their postseason odds are just about done with. They're going to win. The Sloths are going to win this one 10-2. For those Sloths, it looks like 3 RBIs coming off the hot stick of Akuna Matata. He had 2 hits in 5 tries. For Providence, their RBIs coming by the way of Camden and Cloudera. Pitching, Rayner started for the Sloths, 7.1, gave up 2. For Providence, it was Ivy Leaf who gave up 5 over 3 before getting hooked. And then it was a full bullpen affair. John Rayner, player of the game. The Demons and the Sea Serpents. The Sea Serpents were up early, but the Demons clawed their way back into it, winning 10-5. 15 hits. Should be a lot of good things to talk about for their batters. First, we'll talk about Seattle. 3 RBIs from Winters. Looks like a 2 on, 2 out. So a 2 out, 3-run bomb from Winters. That must have been in the first inning before Ricky Vaughn could settle down. For Detroit, we're looking at a 3 for 5 game for Haywood Dinkle. 5 RBIs. You like to see that. Scott Poe checking in with 2 RBIs, but no hits. Maybe getting some sac flies. For Seattle Bingo, Hammersmith started 5.2, gave up 5. Blown save for Homie. For Detroit, Ricky Vaughn, 6 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, 11 strikeouts, though. Thomas Palmer, 3 innings pitched, gave up 1. He gets a save for going 3 innings. And Haywood Dinkle is the player of the game. They won't gain any ground in the division, though, because the Apex will beat the Toros 5-4, a close game. In fact, the Toros tied it in the 9th to force a bottom of the 9th. For Cancun, we're looking at a pair of RBIs from Dom Drozdov, a couple of multi-hit games for Fisher and Caden Killeen. For the Apex, Zach Mouse gets 2 hits, 2 runs, and an RBI. We'll highlight him. Pitching-wise, Coco McQuack, 6 innings, 4 earned runs. Slepian gets the loss in relief, though. No hands, 6.23 earned. Started for Indianapolis, a blown save for Beaver, you need to calm down, and a win for Bolanos. Trowan No Hands is our player of the game, and we did have a 17-minute rain delay in the 8th inning. Our last couple of majors box scores here. The Death Valley Scorpions are going to take a win over the Stars, 4-3. Looks like the deciding run came in the 7th. Going down through those batters, a 2 for 3 day for Elliot Alderson. He had 3 RBIs and a walk. He's going to be my standout batter, maybe a player of the game. We'll see. Smith goes 2 for 4 with an RBI for Nashville. Pitching-wise, Ratatouille, he gave up 3 earned over 5.2. Just love that face, Jen. A win and a blown save for Johnson and an actual save for Baxter. For Nashville, Johnson started 6 innings, 3 earned, and the loss goes to Law in relief. Elliot Alderson, player of the game. In our last majors box score, the Rougarous will take a win here over the Supernovas, 3-0, 7 hits to 4. For New Orleans, we'll look at the 3-4 day of Geronimo with 2 RBIs. For Sarasota, multi-hit game for Crashwagon is the only thing worth mentioning. Villagetti started for Nola, 7.1, gave up nothing. And Wright came in to get the save. For Sarasota, Shifty Lagusta lost, 3 earned over 4.1. And Villagetti will be our player of the game. Take a peek down at the minors, and then we'll show you standings at the end. Thanks for the sub, Moosey. I think I need to continue my sub, too. We'll do that later. Kingpin's taking the win here over the Dynamos, 9-3. Looks like it's going to be hard to pick someone to highlight here. McLaughlin, 2 for 4 with an RBI. Not too bad. For Chicago, easy to pick someone to highlight here. 4 for 4, 3 runs, 2 RBIs. Sax Justice, swinging a good stick at second base. Pitching-wise, Bones gets the loss, 3 innings, gave up 6. For Chicago, Dalcott gets the win, 1 earned, 5.1. And Sax Justice is far and away our player of the game. We're going to move over to the Dillo Amarillo Armadillos, taking a win here over the Lemurs. They scored 1 in the 8th. It was all they needed to get the win. 4-5. For Louisville, 2 for 3 for Sassafras III. 2 runs, 2 RBIs, and a walk to go with it. For the Dillos, 2 for 3 for the batter. And maybe 2 RBIs for Shapiro. Pitching-wise, Chinapi, 5.1, gave up 4. Roxas gets the loss in relief, though, for the Dillos. Nini starts 5.2, gave up 4. And Itchy Nose will take the win in relief. It'll be Thorogood Sassafras III with a player of the game. We will now check out the Firehawks and the Wheelers. Firehawks winning this one 8-3. Scored enough runs in the second inning to win the game, and then scored a few more just for fun. We'll highlight Bingo Lulingo. I think it's Bingo. Yep, Bingo Lulingo, 2 for 3 with a run and an RBI. For Anchorage, we'll look at the 3 RBIs of Kripo Krasov. 2 on, 2 outs. We've seen a few of these 2-out, 3-run bombs in this sim. Unfortunately, not enough for the Anchorage Wheelers to come away with a win. Grimes started for California, 6 innings, 3 earned. Gusto started for Anchorage, gets the loss, 7 runs over 3.1 innings, and Encarnacion will be our player of the game. Mounties and the Bears. Bears starting to right the ship after a rough start to the sim, 9-5. They'll go back to 500 on the season. For Kingston, Anita Fardinghouse goes 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and 2 walks. For Bruce City, we have a couple of 3-hit games here. Olsen and McGruff at the top of the lineup. A couple of RBIs for Klukas and Sosa. Pitching-wise, Kagamine started 6 innings, 4 earned. For Bruce City, Wo Millis started 6 innings, 1 earned. Booze Goozer, another clean 2 innings as we keep an eye on that reliever of the year candidate, and a save for Economides. A 1-out, strikeout, 7-pitch save. Player of the game is going to be Wo Millis. And our last game of the sim, of the stream, it's going to be the Hepcats versus Swifties. Hepcats had a good sim, but they could not beat the Swifties in this one. Kansas City, 4 for 5 day for Cruz. 1 run and 0 RBIs. He was hot, but couldn't get across home plate or get anyone else across home plate. For State College, we're going to look at Will Love, 3 for 3, 3 runs, 3 RBIs, a walk, no strikeouts, no one left on base. Will Love was perfect and I think deserves player of the game here. Glenn Davies started for Kansas City, 4.2, gave up 6. Sideaway started for State College, 4 innings. They were clean. No decision, though, because they didn't pitch 5. That'll go to Stelling, 2.2, 0 earned runs, best reliever. According to the sim and according to me, Will Love, player of the game. In front of 219 people at the ballpark of the Meeker, where Danny B used to play. With that, that's our stream. I will take us through the standings first before I start our export here. If we look at the pennant chase, they're calling the Hepcats, Firehawks, and Bears all locks in the West. The Dillos have good odds, but not locked up yet, 68.2%. In the East, they're calling it the Kingpins and the Lemurs with the lock, and the Mounties are the ones who will be fighting over the spot with the Dillos. We can take a peek at the standings to get some harder numbers here. It's actually the Hepcats, Kingpins, Lemurs, and Firehawks who have clinched. The sim knows the Bears only need 2 wins and gave them 100% chance to clinch, so I like to see that as the Bears general manager. And 1 game apart separates these Dillos and Mounties, so that'll be one to watch on Saturday's sim. Dynamo's the only team effectively eliminated at this point. They have locked up the number 1 overall draft pick, at least. Heading upstairs to the major leagues. Again, the Aviators, Voyagers, Apex, and now Demons have all clinched, as well as the New Orleans Rougarous. So we like to see that. Sarasota and Nashville will fight over the final seed here in the East. They are 3 games apart, so Supernovas have very good odds to be that final team to make the postseason. Things are all decided in the West. We probably won't be seeing much from them on Saturday again. Aviators, Voyagers, Vandals, and Sloths will all be in the postseason. Crabs, Surge, Raptors, and Makos eliminated. should be reflected pretty well here in the pennant chase. 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 95.7. So Supernova's really heavily favored here, but it's not over till it's over. And then as we saw, everything is all locked up down here. R.I.P. Scorps. Stars still got a chance. Detroit is trying to ruin the casino money line, take a lot of money away from the league. I have my fingers crossed for it. Gonna head into the commissioner's office here, make sure our settings are all right. And I'm gonna execute. Mike's gone, so I got some dead time to fill here. I'm excited to be headed to Nats Park tomorrow. Going to see the Nats take on the Padres. Always fun to see Fernando Tatis come to town. Nats have not yet named a starter. I'm kind of hoping Strasburg is going to be healthy and a surprise starter for tomorrow. If not, I think it'll be Scherzer, who was had a good performance at the All-Star game. Just kidding, they have named a starter. It's going to be Eric Fetty. So that'll be not the star that I wanted to see, but Fetty's been okay this season. Anyone else got a heck yeah Master Sheep? Anyone else got a fun weekend things? I'll go ahead and preempt the upload here. Moosey will be here on Saturday. Excellent. I also plan to be here, although Demons have clinched, so probably won't watch as closely as I would have otherwise. But it'll be good to see the Bears officially clinch. Should happen pretty early on, that magic number of 2. Updater's current file. Why can I never find the how to upload thing that has that link that I should really have just bookmarked by now? There it is. Ooh, gonna see Ohtani play on Tuesday in Oakland. That's awesome. I'm super jealous of that. Is he gonna be pitching or just doing the hitting thing? I mean, either way, it's phenomenal. But correct, Van Hooligan. Saturday is the last sim before the playoffs, which will start next Tuesday. Yeah, Ghost Hardware, we're going to see a lot of supernovas and stars. We'll see a lot of, I forget who those last 2 teams in the minors. My memory is terrible, but we'll see basically those 4 teams is, I think, going to be the vast majority of that sim. I've actually been to the Coliseum at Oakland. It's a quirky stadium, but it's fun. We had a good time. It's been a couple years. But I lived very briefly around San Francisco, and I made sure to check the Coliseum and the Giants Park off my box of places I want to go. Looks like they project Suarez to be the starter on Tuesday. Jose Suarez. Who's not a starter, so that's interesting. Wouldn't be surprised if that changes between now and then. That is our execute. I'm going to do the upload thing now. Hey, rip this Dynamo season. Build for the future. Dynamos are going to have a lot of good draft picks in what already looks to be a strong draft class. a lot of guys going into the draft anyway. Usually we have some waiver claims at this point, but everyone's sticking strong. It should be a fun draft to watch. Make sure our upload went through. It should be September 7th. That's what I have on my thing. So we are good. Let me take a peek. We will be watching a lot of Dillos and Mounties, as well as Supernovas and Stars. That's what's on the agenda Saturday. Hope to see as many of you there as I can. And with that, I'm going to sign us off. Not sure if anyone's around. Is there someone good to raid? We have a couple bear streamers. Doesn't look like any of them are on right now. Not seeing much interest in the raid. So maybe we'll just call it here. Again, thanks everyone for coming out. I look forward to seeing you Saturday. Playoffs next week. Always a ton of fun to watch, whether you're in them or not. And I hope everybody has a good weekend. Thanks for watching.